Happy Monday. Oh, hi. My day is going okay. Have a headache, but that's whatever. How's your day going? No worries. You don't need to apologize. You didn't cause me a headache. So you don't need to apologize for that. I'm glad your day's going good. What do you want? Since you're the only one in here, Nick, that's actually in my oh, and Mildred. Never mind. Uh, and hi, Mildred. Since you are the only two in here, what do you guys want to do? I'm doing okay, Mildred. I was actually the only good thing that happened today. Well, the only thing I liked that happened today was doing my two art pieces that you saw. I like doing the alternating colors. That actually looked real. I think that looks really nice personally, and I like the two sayings that I came up with. They were I think they were good. So I like doing that. Hello. Um, yeah, but other than that, it's been okay. I know you thought they looked good. I actually, funny thing is, when I first made them, well, when I first drew the first one, I was like, let me see. I was trying to figure out how I could fill the empty space, and I was like, oh yeah, that looks good. It's like, then I was like, let me put like hearts next to the words because it looked good with the words, and it actually fit well. Nancy, I don't like that. Please don't hit the. Yeah, hi is fine, but I don't like when people said hi. I hate that button being pushed. So please just say hi instead of saying said hi. I really hate that. And hi, Tracy. Um, but and then the other one, it was just gonna say beloved, and then I added the other statement on there. So I think it looks good with what the actual words were. It fit well. So and I'm glad you like. Let's be honest. I'm not surprised you like my art, Mildred, because my art makes me feel things and it makes you feel things. So that's awesome. That's the honestly that's the reason for art, in my opinion. But I also love art, so for me, it's not really. For most, let's be honest, not everyone likes art. I'm one of the probably rare people that like art. There are a few people out here that like probably like a lot of people out here, but I don't know anyone that likes art as much as I do. So yeah, like in person. So like I don't know anyone like me that would just in a museum just stop and look at art and not want to be disturbed when looking at it. I don't know anyone like that. Thanks for sharing that, Mildred. But yeah, and I'm proud of myself for pacing myself because sometimes when I'm doing my art, sometimes I get really hyper focused and want to do way more than I should, and then it makes my art become a chore, which I never want to happen because it'll make me hate something I actually love a lot. So yeah. Um, I just hope we don't get any trolls in here. So far, we haven't got any. Hopefully, I just don't want any. No. Um, I wish I was one of those people that didn't have a temper, but I do have one, and I think some people like setting it off at times. Um, because sometimes I feel like it's right below the surface, and then someone tries to set it off, and another person comes, and another person comes. So yeah, but I don't. Anyone doing anything fun this week? Can't believe it's already halfway through the year. My goodness, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a mixed bag. Um, but honestly, just do the best to live each day is all. That's what I honestly that's what I do now. Like, do my best to live each day. I don't know. Um, thinking. You work till Friday. You always look forward to the weekend. Honestly, I don't know. When I was working, I would look forward to the weekend, well, the former job I had, I was happy when it came to the weekend because of how stressful the whole week was always. So, um, yeah, I can understand that. I would not be happy when it was Monday because I knew I was going back into a stressful situations. I was like, okay, I don't like this situation, so yeah. But I don't know. Um, thinking. Um, See, I don't like things. I think as a chore, like the job I had was not a chore to me. I liked it until the point where my mental health was being deteriorated. It was fine before that, because before it wasn't. It was a job, but I really liked doing it. I still love working with kids. I still miss working with kids. I love kids. But that whole particular situation with that little girl ruined the whole experience of wanting to work with kids again. Unfortunately. Because I feel like if I go into that again, I'll have a third traumatic experience because I've already had two, which is enough. Two violent kids dealing with two different violent kids. Kind of, in my opinion, two back-to-back school years with two different violent kids. Before that, I liked A, and then end up losing a position and bringing it back, then losing it again. So I was like, forget this bull, I'm not doing it. Like I liked inclusion. Like that's what I honestly having an IP as a kid and throughout my life I had accommodations and whatever. And so I liked working with those kids. Not that I have a problem with the other kids. I just have a problem with violence. Like I don't like that crap. I'm not even being paid for that. If I get like harmed on the job, I don't get paid for that. My body just gets permanently damaged, which is what my parents were upset about, which I can't say about them. It makes me upset that I had to be put in a situation where I could have gotten killed. Like that's not okay. I don't think any that regardless of if they have a disability or not, I have a disability, and I think and they also knew putting me in that situation it was dangerous for me and all the other kids in that environment and also the staff. They knew that it was a dangerous environment, which means those kids weren't supposed to be in that. If it makes the whole room unable to do their job, then it means that kid shouldn't have been there. So why would you place them there? It shouldn't have been any of the classrooms in the school because the child was disrupt made us have to like skip. There were several times where we had to skip class, like even the kids doing their work because of how violent the child was, and we had to move the kids from the room, which should not be a thing because school is made for you to learn, but you can't learn when it's like that. Like and it was happening way too often. So I'm like thinking, I did tell my honestly before I quit. I told my boss that if you don't get her out of here, I'm leaving. I think they must have thought I was kidding. If you don't get, I said if you don't get this child out of this room, I'm leaving because she's messing with my mental health and messing with my. She was making my anxiety way worse than it ever was. Like and the thing you could tell that I love the job they have because if I didn't love that job, I wouldn't have kept going back to continuously get hurt. Um, But when my parents told me, both of them, one told me they were scared for me to be in that environment. That told me something, because typically my parents just let me make my own decisions. But to me, when they see their child being harmed, they had told me for a while. But eventually, I told you guys that. Well, I told you I eventually had saw a flashback. I'm not sure if it was a dream or a nightmare, whatever. Dream, flash, a daydream, a nightmare. It could have been a daydream or a nightmare, because it was not no darn dream, because I don't like dreams. Dreams are not normally bad. Nightmares are. Either it was a dream or a nightmare where I was knocked unconscious, and the little girl was hurting everyone in the room, and I couldn't do anything because I was knocked unconscious. Um, and literally, then I remember I thought I saw a little kid like grab something that was sharp. I don't know what she ended up doing with it, which is actually really scary. So that was a wake up call. I was like, if that's what my brain is coming up with, it means I really think something bad is really gonna happen to me. Like, that told me everything I need to know, because it told me that my brain was telling me that, Mariah, if you stay in a situation, you either. I did think if I stayed in that situation, I probably would have had a mental break, because I was really close to having at that time. Because of the mental stress and pressure she was putting, mental stress she was causing to me, and physical like harm she was causing, which was a problem. I hope she did get the help she needs. I don't know. I hope so. I don't. One thing I don't want for any child is for them to feel. That's the one reason I stayed, is because I didn't want the child. That's one thing why I was upset when I was like, Mariah, you have to leave. It made me really upset when I had to make the decision, because I was like, I don't want the child to ever feel like I didn't care about them. That's one thing I really. That's the one thing that made me. That's the one thing that made me stick it out as long as I did, because I was like, I think about like if I was that child, if I was personally that child, I wouldn't want them to think, oh, Miss Burley doesn't care on me, she's leaving. Like, I think, that's one thing I always thought about. Like, I was thinking, even though the child's hurting me, yeah, whatever. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want the child to ever think, oh, Miss Burley didn't care, that's why she left. Like, but honestly, that's the reason I stuck it out as long as I did, even though it was like only 3 months working with that child. But 3 months working with her was like a lot, man, a lot. The reason why more a lot was a lot in general was because the people who kept saying they were gonna remove her, they're gonna take her out of the room, like, and like take her somewhere else, but they never did. And I think they eventually did. I don't know. They did eventually do it after I left. I don't know how long after. I remember one of my former coworkers telling me they got her out and she went to a different program, the program that's more specialized for her, which all of us knew that she was never meant to be in there. Everyone in the whole school knew, which is actually kind of embarrassing, because people that weren't even on our side of the building didn't really know what we're doing, knew that little girl, because let's be honest, they probably saw her in the hallways and stuff. Like, I hated when she would run into the each different classes when it was like PE time, because she likes the gym, which I understand. I like sports too. Not every single sport, but I do understand that particular thing. Um, and I understand wanting to be active. She's a little active little child. She like running back and forth up the gym. I completely understand, but we have to go to different specials, little one. I mean, I can't really. And the thing I hated is, I did want her to like have like, I wish they had in her schedule where she could just go to the gym at this particular time every day, so she knew, oh, I can go to the gym. But because there are certain classes, you can't do that. So like, we couldn't have like a special time out in her little schedule built like that. Because I was thinking that would have been perfect if they did that, because maybe we'd have less outbursts from her. Um, but I don't know. I couldn't really make. I can't make a schedule. So I can't make up that into the built into the routine, which is not part of accommodation. So that was not for me to do, honestly. And then when the behavioral specialist came, it would be like, she would never see the outburst happen. Like, I'm thinking, my gosh, she would never see it. And I'm like, why is like, I'm thinking, why every time the lady comes, she never sees an outburst happen? Like, she's never there. Like, because you're supposed to be helping with the curbing the behavior, but if you're not there when she's doing the outburst, what is the point of your purpose of you coming? Like, for real. Like, I remember this one time, they came really early in the morning. She wasn't even there yet. And they were like already there. And I'm thinking, why are you here already? She's not in the room, so you're not going to most likely see her outburst happening. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. Even thinking about it makes me my anxiety flare up, which is probably I shouldn't do because I'm Mariah. We gotta not make our acid reflux try to flare because I can feel it under the surface trying to come up because my cortisol levels go up when I'm talking about this because it makes my anxiety bad. Fun, not really. It's not fun. Yeah. Um. But the point is, I just cared about that little child. I care about. Let's be honest. I cared about every single child I work with. Um. Um. Regardless if it was volunteering, before and after care when I did that, working with school. Well, all the kids I worked with were school age children, but um, honestly, I just wanted them to. The reason I liked work. Well, the reason I like working with kids is honestly I feel like can relate to them way better than I can to adults because of me being autistic. I feel like a lot of adults don't understand me as well, which makes sense in my opinion because like let's be honest, they always try to make they always try to make it seem like Mariah's supposed to understand exactly what you're saying when you don't clarify anything. Like what the hell? Why would you do that? And I shouldn't have to ask clarification. If you notice I don't respond, it means I don't understand what the hell's happening. What do you think I'm doing? I didn't hear you. I heard you just fine. I don't understand what you're saying. And the thing I hate is when I tell someone I don't understand what they're saying and they get mad, then don't talk to me. That's what I have to say. Like, don't talk to me if you have a problem with me saying I don't understand. Just don't talk to me. Hello. Hi, Junior. But, the thing is, Mariah's always Mariah. So if you even don't, that's probably why I like, actually, that makes perfect sense, Nick. Oh my gosh, that makes brilliant sense. Because I like that. I never thought about that. Children are very direct. Adults are very irritating. Let's be honest. A lot of them. They're not direct. They don't say what the like. I'm supposed to read around their freaking. I hate that shit. Like I don't want to read around their crap. Like that's not my business. Like, I mean that's not my problem. That's not my problem. I'm not doing that. Um, and if you don't like that, that's not my problem. That's probably why you're right, Nick. I never thought about that. You're right. Kids are very direct, sometimes hurtful, but I guess honestly, I guess maybe I think honestly, I feel like because I'm autistic, I have more. I guess maybe more kid-like tendencies, even though I'm not a child. I like am very direct, brutally honest, which is part of how a child is, but I'm not a child. Um, which basically means I don't lose my, even though I'm an adult, I've never lost that child aspect of myself, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it makes sense without being weird sounding. But I hate people that purposely try to like be all this evading bullshit on purpose. Like, oh, what the hell? Like, I hate that crap. Like, why are you gonna go over to the left? Like, you know I'm not understanding what the hell you're doing, but you're gonna go on this thing on this tangent. Like, I'm supposed to know what the hell you're talking about. Like, just be. I like people being literal about what they're saying and not being all this. Let me inference this crap out. Like, I'm supposed to know what you're talking about. Like, okay, excuse me. I'm just gonna walk past if you do that. Like, get away from me. Like, get away from me. Um, I would love to. I wish I had autistic friends like in person, because I would love to see how. I would love to see how that would look like. I do because like I feel like I don't know. I feel like people would not like. I would hate having to say, "Oh, I'm sorry if it offended people." I freaking hate saying it. It's annoying. Because of my directness, it comes off sometimes as I'm being offensive, but which is a video I did. About directness coming off as being rude, which is not true, but okay. Um, at least it's not true on my side. Or most autistics, they come off, they're very direct, but they don't intend to be. Like, let's be honest, that's because most, let's be honest, that's because most, let's be honest, most neurotypicals are indirect, which is some bullshit. Like, it's just, like, why? You're, like, doing that to just piss. I literally hate that because it's like you're trying to do that to make people feel better, but you don't make it feel better. You're just hiding some shit. Like, why? Stop hiding. Just be honest and crap. Because I hate, like, literally, what does that do? Get you in more trouble? My being indirect. Um, for me, honestly, I don't know. I feel like I'm both. I do get offended because of my past, but it has nothing to do with my parents or my siblings. Like, they didn't cause that. it's because of the bullying. Like my parents, my mom and my dad are very, um, very direct, which is great because being autistic, I need it. And I'm the only, at least that I know, I'm the only one in the family that's autistic that I'm aware of. Do you think I'm pretty sure all of my family are neurodivergent? My immediate family are neurodivergent. Not that I'm going to say what the neurodivergency is. That's not my business. That's not anyone's business but mine. I mean, but theirs and mine. Because I suspect it, even though they are not certain. I just think that I don't know because people tend to think that I like, for example, I told you. Well, I don't know if I told this story. I've said in the past that some people think I ask questions to get some kind of motive. One of my stupid former friends, was like I said, stupid, assumed that I asked a question to get some kind of response, which was a dumb reasoning, because I guess because most people are not like me, how I act things. Typically, when I ask something, it's not for a motive. It's because I want to know, and I guess honestly, in my opinion, he must not know me well enough to not know, which is ironic because he's known me for years. Um, that I tend to ask something when it comes to my mind, regardless of if the question seems like it's a freaking ulterior motive. I tend to ask the question. I don't really care if you like it or not. Let's be honest. The same way as if someone tries to put their opinion on me and I don't care what they say. I don't change my opinion regardless of what anyone else says. Honestly, most people that know me, actually no, yeah, my sister knows, and people outside my family have seen that if they say something and I don't agree with it, I'm not changing my opinion for nothing. Like years ago, I remember at this Bible study thing, someone said something and I didn't agree with it, and I wasn't changing my opinion. And my sister was like, "That's the one of the things I really respect about you. Just because someone says something, you don't change your opinion just because they say something else." And honestly, I don't know many people like that. I don't know many people that stay on their opinion or viewpoint, um, stay on their side, the same side they were on. If someone even brings in a new thing, like now, if you're questioning the topic, that's completely different. But if I'm on some kind of, if I have a firm opinion, I don't tend to change it just because someone else brings their own opinion. Yeah, I don't tend to do that. You said you know one thing for sure, that when you ask a question, you're asking that question. Yeah, typically, yeah, honestly, I ask questions directly. I think sometimes people, I think sometimes people get offended because of my questions because they probably trying not to think about that, whatever the question is, oftentimes. And I don't really know. Maybe because I'm thinking also maybe they do that kind of thing. They ask questions because they have an ulterior motive. Maybe that's another thing, reason why they feel offended when I ask questions, because they do the same. They do something like that with an ulterior motive. Um, but I don't know. Hmm. I wonder on this channel. I do wonder. I wonder how. I wish I could see. I wish I could see while I stream, like what country each person is from. I wish they would have show that on this thing here. Like as I stream, I wish I could see like which countries are you from. I know where you're from, Nick, so I don't have to ask that question. But I wish I could see like which countries each person's from. Um, and so far, I don't think I thought I was gonna have an issue with a possible stalker. I don't think I think I was wrong, which is great. I don't want to have a stalker. I'm serious. I really, really don't want to have a stalker. And that's good. Because I was thinking something. Because I had a thought about something, so I was like, yeah, that's good. But what was I thinking? You said on certain platforms they do. Hold on, I missed your one question. Okay, so you said you agree that you have strong opinions. In some cases, my opinion can be swayed, especially if it's not something I feel strongly. That's complete. That's exactly what I was saying. Like if I'm like in the middle about that, that's what I would do. On certain platforms, they do. Would be cool. Oh, you're talking about the thing about like what country someone is from. I just wish they would. No, I don't want to reveal. That's not what I meant. I wish I could only see, not anyone else. I wish I could only see like where each person is from. Just because I would love to see like the like how far does the reach of this channel go. That's what I want to see. Because I wish I could see it. Like, why? It'd be awesome to see it live, but you can't see that. That's not a thing. At least not that I'm aware of. But I don't know. The one thing, this one person from last night, one of their comments, I'm not gonna say the comment, but this person, I was talking to on here on YouTube, under the comment section. I was thinking, the way that's the one thing about the channel is what I wanted. The purpose of this channel was to a space for the disability community to feel supported, welcomed. I feel like I'm missing one, and have a safe space. Um, I made it for myself and others. Well, funny at first it wasn't actually for myself. It was actually when I first made this channel. It was about kids in the disability community, but it morphed into the whole disability community as a whole. And I want them to have a safe space because I know not everyone has one. And I feel bad because like, thank God I have one. Not just online, but in real life too. And I feel bad for people that don't have either. Because some people don't have a safe space on different social platforms, or in real life. So that's the reason I created this channel. Also it's inclusive, but I do appreciate when people that are neurotypical don't speak for the voices of people that are in the disability community, which means to respect both ways. And people that have had experiences with neurodivergence that are neurotypical, who are neurotypical people, that they can speak on those experiences, but they shouldn't speak for someone's lived experiences. Like someone that's not Mariah shouldn't speak about my ND experiences because you're not me and you don't know what I've gone through. Like, that's not fair. It's the same way as if I try to speak for someone else when I've not been in their shoes. I don't know. Like, I think it's important. That's the one reason I love my response videos, because based on the response videos that I do, you get to hear from people that have loved ones who may went through those experiences. I've done my own personal experiences, and other people have done their own personal experiences. I've done those. And to me, I think it's really cool sometimes to read this one I mean reading before I write my notes, to read through the experiences people have. And it's just really interesting how some of them are so different and some of them are very similar, which is nothing wrong with either one, but I think it's really quite cool because sometimes, even though you have a different experience, you can relate in a way because you have some of the same mindsets of that person, but you may not went through the exact same thing they went through. Like, this one person from yesterday was talking about my one video about consent when it comes to food, like food feeding. That one video I did about being about consent when it came to food, and that was based on my own personal experience. And the person was like, they can relate to what I was saying. I think it's really interesting when someone can relate to what I'm saying, because the reason why it's interesting to me, because in my real life, I've never actually met people that have been able to relate to me as well. Like, if I have their children, and like it would be based on the children I had worked with, when I was working my job, it's not the same though. Like, because I'm a grown adult and they're children, so they're still growing. And to me, it's actually also sad, particularly that experience was not a good experience. So it's sad that was apologizing, even though I didn't cause them to have to go through the thing about the experience I had was continuously sitting in a spot because I wouldn't eat something I didn't want to eat. They said they had the same experience, which is really sad because I remember what that was like. I wasn't sad when at the time, because I said I was just determined if I said I'm not eating something, I'm not eating it. And the funny thing is, even back as a child, I still had the same outlook of how I think about life. If someone tells me I'm going to do something and I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. And that's, in my opinion, that's not stubborn. If you know that I don't like this particular food, why would you feed it to me? Like, that's the one thing I never understood. If you know, for example, in this particular example, I think it was tomatoes or something. My grandmother knew I didn't eat that, but she decided, oh, let's put it in there. Okay. And she thought because she told me I was going to eat it, which it didn't work out for her. That was gonna happen because she said Mariah is gonna have eat it. Mariah is gonna eat it. Yeah, that wasn't what's gonna happen for Mariah. Mariah said and I told her I said I'm not eating it. And so she was like, okay, you can sit there. And so I just sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there. And I'm not sorry for sitting there. And I'm not gonna. I'm never gonna apologize for doing it. Even if she was alive, I wouldn't apologize to her for that because it's to me forcing me to eat something I don't want is the same way as forcing someone's consent on them when they don't want something, and that's not happening. You said you were actually introduced. See, honestly, I don't know if that caused for me that didn't cause my eating disorder. I know I have body dysmorphia, and I do know I have what's it called? Avoidance restrictive food intake disorder, which is most likely from being autistic. There's just certain foods I don't like because of the texture, and tomatoes is one of them. The texture and taste, I hate both of them. So, and funny thing is, I didn't know ketchup. I know this is funny dumb story. It's a funny dumb story. I did not know that ketchup was um tomatoes until I forgot when I figured it out. And I was like, okay, I'm never eating this again. Because I didn't realize it was because the taste tastes a little bit different. It's probably because of the salt in it. Because it was I don't like tomatoes because they're bland. First off, I don't mind tomatoes like tomato soup. Ugh, I'm not eating that. Like pizza sauce, I can. It's fine because I don't taste the tomatoes as much, so it's okay. But tomatoes like putting tomatoes in salad and chopping it up. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Nope. Nope. No. No. Like tomatoes mixed with other different things, that's fine. But tomatoes on their own, hell no. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not. I don't feel bad. It's a texture thing. I'm like that with different foods, like soggy cereal. Ugh. Like I've had one time. There's several times I've eaten soggy cereal, and I almost throw up every time, almost because it's something about the I don't know how to explain it. It's something about the feel of it on my mouth. It don't taste right, and I can't. Like my body's like, Mariah, I don't want that. Then unfortunately, it doesn't help that I also, on top of having these um food aversions, I have body dysmorphia and have an eating disorder. It does not help about those two things, so it just makes things difficult. Um, Not that I would ever say that being autistic is a bad thing, because it's not. It just makes me me. Plus my dyslexia and my being dyslexic and having ADHD, which I'm a mixed bag of things. And where I wonder where Mildred went. Hopefully she's okay. But I'm so glad so far today we haven't got any trolls. Hopefully I don't speak it into existence. Because I would really like not to have any like trolls. Maybe they're offline, which is great. Hopefully they stay offline and never come back. I'm just joking. But hello. I had mine is mine started actually probably had it. Honestly, probably I don't know how long I've had it. My initial I'm not sure. Probably started from college, but started after college or in college, whatever. Because I had problems with eating because I would think every time I eat, it's like I'm wasting time. I need to be doing work for college and like this is honestly that's crazy. That's 10 years ago since I graduated, but I still have that mentality. So like every time I have like this, I still have the eating disordered mind in my brain. Like it's annoying. Like I was really the reason I started eating again is because my parents were like they both said the similar things. One said you look really sick, Mariah, and the other one said something else, and then I was like, okay, if they are in agreement, not that they're never in agreement, but because they both said similar things, that must mean that it's. I didn't realize it was visible. I didn't think anyone could see it, honestly. I know when my best friend saw the video I made about fighting anorexia, she said she couldn't get through the whole thing. It made me sad because I didn't mean to make her cry. Like I didn't know that it would affect her in that way. I do realize that now malnutrition can affect every different thing in your body. It can affect your organs. I do know I put damage to my heart. I do know that happened. Which actually scares me because that's another reason probably why I eat now, and I hate eating still. I have my good and my bad days. A lot more good days now, but there was points where I was like, man, I would tell myself, especially being having body dysmorphia on top of this eating disorder, and my body dysmorphia is the flawed part is my stomach, which is the most. I just wish my stomach wasn't the flawed area for me for body dysmorphia because it makes me want to encourage my eating disorder sometimes more. And I know that sounds stupid, but for me, because when my stomach doesn't look the way I want, I'm like, okay, then we don't have to eat because it means the stomach is it's telling me the stomach is fed. If it looks that way to me in the mirror, it must be fed. So I just but then I'm like Mariah, and then on the other, it's weird because it's almost like two different sides of my brain are battling. One's like Mariah, you have to eat because you don't want to die or make yourself like. One thing I did tell myself, I said I don't want to die in that way, and then one of my family members find me, and then they'd feel bad, which even though it's not their fault. And then the other side, I'm like, Mariah, we can listen to our eating disorder brain because it's telling us good things, which is effed up because I know in parts of me that knows it's not true. You said there was. You said there was a time in your life when you got super thin. Honestly, I've always been underweight and always been thin, so it doesn't help. I also had back in my past. I used to, like I said, back in my past, I used to compete with my cousin, which is really bad now I think about it. Um, about my weight, our weight, and I think I'm not sure if she had body dysmorphia like I did. She might have. Uh, uh, I didn't realize I had body dysmorphia till my teenage years. Because I don't know if that came from something else or it was already there and just kind of manifested itself. But it's been off and on, and then I can't. That's the reason I'm glad I don't have a scale in my bathroom. So whenever I weigh myself, I go in my mom's bathroom to weigh myself, which is great because that means I don't have access to a scale. Because if I had access to a scale and I saw a number on the scale that I did not like, it would make me go in the opposite direction, which is a problem. You said, I looked, my parents said I looked like I was sick. My mom said that, you know how, I know this sounds kind of rude, but you know how when someone is a drug addict and their face is sunken in, that's how my face looked. Like my mom said, you could see it. I didn't recognize it, but that's because I was sick, so I didn't recognize it. How old am I? No, I don't want to. I don't need help with my appetite. I need help. I don't need help with my appetite. I'm good. I'm just continuing to eat at least 2 meals a day. Well, actually, I'm proud of myself because eating 2 meals a day is way better than eating one meal because I used to eat one meal and I was like, and then there was one point where I was like, when I definitely was in my eating disorder, I was like, I can just if I eat something and I don't want it, if I don't want it, my body could just vomit it up, which is really fucked up because it would just make the eating disorder, being anorexic would just turn into another eating disorder, which would be bulimic. And if you have two eating disorder in one, that could just kill me right there. Like, I am 33, and my age has nothing to do with my appetite. It has nothing to do with that. Having a mind that's not healthy, which I really wish it was. I wish I could have like healthy thoughts like my parents and my sisters. When it came to eating food, like it's freaking annoying. It's because of college. I think college ruined it for me. Like I was fine with eating, but I didn't actually hate food like until after college. I did not hate food like, I did not hate food like I only eat now because I need to. If I didn't have to eat, I wouldn't be eating. Nor would I be sleeping because both of them they're both wasting my times. I really do. I still feel like that. And it was unhealthy to think that, but yeah. Um, oh, Mildred, you came back. I don't know. I really wish I kind of had a chef because that means I would have to eat. Like I would have to eat especially if I don't want to eat. That's when I have to eat more. If I don't want to eat, I have to make sure I eat more. Like. And yeah, that's not easy. Like for me, I used to have my I used to make my ex made my accountability partner because I would tell him if I didn't eat my one meal or did I eat if I didn't eat my one meal or I mean if I ate one meal which is not good or eating two meals. Like and also being hyper focused fucks me up too. I don't ever forget to eat. I just like sometimes I hear my stomach growling, I just ignore it. I swear. I swear I used to do that. I swear. And I didn't feel bad for doing that. It's like I don't have to eat until I'm ready. And then sometimes it'd be late, way too late to eat, and then I'd be like, okay, we can just skip it. Like the other day, see, this is how I know this is bad. The other day, I don't remember, it was sometime last week. I was like, Mariah, we can just eat one meal, and then I literally my stomach was hurting because I didn't eat after that, and I was like, okay, Mariah, you're fine, you can do that, and then I almost didn't eat for like a whole 24 hours. I don't care if that was meat. I don't care. Sometimes I don't care if I go back into that eating disorder of mine. I know people that don't have an eating disorder don't understand. Don't I can't really help you with that. I don't know how to explain it. I kind of sometimes wish I could just like, why can't I be like the way I want to? Like, if I want to not eat, why can't my body just be okay with me not eating? Like, that was just how the brain would work. Like, if I don't want to eat, it should just be okay with Mariah not wanting to eat, but that's not how it works. It's kind of annoying, let's be real. Um, like, sometimes, like, I'll eat my first meal, like, way too late. Like, I've done it before. Like, especially when I'm hyper focused on something I really need to get done, particularly being autistic and ADD, having ADD and being dyslexic, I get really hyper focused, extra hyper focused on something, and I don't say I don't forget to eat. I just need to get what I'm doing done, and then once I'm done that, I will eat, regardless of what time it is. Sometimes my body will tell me, Mariah, we have to eat now. We're gonna pass out. Then that's when I will eat, which is bad that I say that, but it's true, and I'm not sorry for saying it. It's honest. People that don't like it, oh well, I don't care. To me, the people that don't understand probably haven't gone through it, so they wouldn't understand it regardless of what I say. But it's just sometimes a mind game. It's annoying, and for those who've not had any sort of good for you, I'm happy you never had to deal with that. Hope you never have to deal with it. For those who are like me and have to deal with this crap every freaking day, I'm so sorry. I honestly trying to survive every single day can be challenging, particularly depending on how severe your eating disorder mind makes it. Recently my eating disorder mind has been good, so I'm not having those really bad days where I like Mariah, we don't have to eat nothing. We can just live on fumes. I wish that was how it worked, but um unfortunately because I need energy, I have to eat. And sorry for anyone that actually what I'm not apologizing. My directness is my directness. Why am I apologizing for being direct? It's because I've learned to apologize for being direct because I know why I do it. I apologize because I've offended people for screw that shit. I'm not apologizing. I'm allowed to say what the heck I need to say. Um, Point I'm making is people that's not gone through some of the stuff like in your mind, like I do suspect people that have body dysmorphia, particularly when it involves their stomach, are more likely to probably have an eating disorder than people that don't have that. Honestly, maybe even people that are autistic, probably too are more likely to have it, having an eating disorder because of the particular foods we don't eat or cannot. Honestly, I only talk about it because the only reason I talk about it, Nick, is because I know I'm not the only one that has an eating disorder out here. I just happen to have an eating disorder on top of being autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHD, plus having body dysmorphia, which is a whole mess in itself. Which is basically I have two different mental health disorders on top of all my disabilities, which is oh great. Actually, technically, I have way more mental health disorders on top of my three disabilities, which is not fun. It's a lot to deal with. But now I'm thinking, honestly, the eating disorder could have maybe been around more than I've known. It's at least been a little bit over maybe 3 years. Um, Honestly, for me, embracing my disabilities helps me a lot. Like having parents and siblings that actually care about me eating, and my ex-boyfriend who cares about me eating, people that actually care about me surviving, like telling me, Mariah, you need to eat so you can like be healthy and not like get sick and die or something. That helps me like know, Mariah, that they actually people want me around. Like that is why I'm still here alive. Like if it wasn't for my parents and my ex-boyfriend telling me, Mariah, you need to eat, please. Like, then I probably wouldn't be here. Like, literally, probably would be a dead. And I'm grateful for both of the. I mean, they're all their support together. Because honestly, sometimes the online community can be horrible. Sometimes it can be good, depending on who you engage with. Um, because it depends. Like, some people can be very evil and wicked and hateful. I've dealt with both kinds. I've dealt with both hateful people and very kind people who actually care about me being around. Some people that don't give a shit. Um, let's be honest. Same in real life. I've had dealt with shitty people and really great, awesome people. Um, people that couldn't give a crap if I still was around, or people that could care, and the people that you care. There are both sides, and um, just tells me who cares and who doesn't. And to me, I'm not gonna give a crap about the people who don't care. Then you can just go somewhere else. People that don't care. Um, like um, people that saying like you need to eat something, like eat a sandwich. That's to me, it's disrespectful when you don't know anything about my damn history. You don't know nothing about my history. Um, all you see is someone talking to the camera. You don't know the person that said that before in the past. They don't know anything about. They didn't know my eating disorder. They didn't know anything about me. They just made a stupid statement when they don't know nothing about me. Like, and so that could honestly, I remember the first time I increased my portion size, which was really damn hard. First off, particularly because I don't like increasing my. I did not like. I don't first. I also, first thing I don't like is when people watch me eat. Like I don't like that shit. Because people when people used to watch me eat, they used to say, "Mariah, you eat a little bit of food." Like what the? It would irritate me because I'm thinking, do you understand how hard this shit is for me to eat food in the first place? Like I don't think you understand. Like I don't even want to eat in the first place. I literally don't want to even eat. And then you're talking about it, and then like I didn't tell them this, but I didn't. Um, I just I don't even know what to say that. Um, And then on top of it, I remember when I was on a date with my ex, I got food, but I didn't really eat it. I was nervous, but that's not the point. The point is, I was looking at how much I got, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Mara, how can you? I'm thinking back on it now. I didn't say this at the time. I'm thinking back on it now. I did not get much to eat, even though I didn't really eat it. But based on probably because of my nerves. But um, I don't like eating in public settings. I just know I don't. I literally hate it because I've always had Mariah. You eat so little bit. Why? Like what? Who the hell wants to eat around people that eat in public when after all the time you have eaten in public, they always mention how much you eat. Like that could have also honestly that could have triggered the eating disorder if I know if it did. It could have. It could have brought that thought in my mind. Like when I know when I was increasing my portion size, when my sister was like, "Mariah, that's a lot more food than you normally have." Like that literally made me cry. And I know she didn't mean anything by it, but it made me cry because it made me feel like I was taking too much, making me to make myself fat or something, and it made me cry. And because I'm like, I'm already having this freaking eating disorder, and then I'm like, someone sees how much I'm eating, then it makes me upset. Like because they would always say, Mariah, you eat like a rabbit. It's the truth. I kind of did eat I did eat a very small amount, like rabbit or actually I wouldn't say bird like. I did eat a lot of that's only because I've had a lot of that's like because I have a lot of trauma towards eating in public because of that. Like throughout my life, I've had that. It's some bullshit. Like I kind of wish, even though I'm an adult, I wish my parents would still portion out my food. I know that sounds stupid, but being someone that has an eating disorder, I think it'd be beneficial. You said you were diagnosed in '84 at the age of 8, and schools didn't know how to educate or adapt to So autistic needs, I guess, and it's like I believe it. I mean, to be honest, they even though it's like 2025, I feel like they're still behind the times when it comes to like trying to understand the accommodations and needs of each individual that's in disabilities. I, I kind of wish, like, I wish my ex lived here so he could just, like, I need you to eat Mariah, like, because I think, I told him or someone in my family about, like, for me, I don't know, I just don't, maybe I'm just weird to saying about, like, I don't like people watching how much I eat, but just because I get that stupid statement is fucking irritating. Like, who wants to be like, if I said you eat a whole fucking lot, would that be rude? Exactly. To me, I feel like it's insulting saying you eat so little bit. What the, it's no different. Like, you're, the way, same way people fat shame people, you're thin shaming me. Like, making me more conscious of my damn weight. Like, you're not helping this shit. Like, that's why I don't like it. Um, and fat shaming or thin shaming, because people do thin shame me, and thin shaming is a thing where you always point out how skinny someone is. Someone like, and I've been told most of my life, oh Mariah, you're too thin. You need to gain some weight. As if I don't damn know that shit. It's not easy to gain weight. It's harder to gain weight. Honestly, I think it's probably more likely, a little bit easier. I do not say a whole lot easier to lose weight than it is to gain weight. Like, I tell my parents, I said, I wish I could take fat from people in the house. Not that they're fat, but take some of their fat and give it to me so then I don't have to do all this extra crap. And like, I'm not being weird. It's not weird because so I don't have to do all this extra. Like, I have to eat more. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to. Like, I just wish I had a normal brain like my parents and my siblings. And I don't care if that sounds weird. I don't care. I don't mean like as in I wish women with disabilities. That's not what I'm talking about. I wish away the part that can't eat normally. That's what I mean. I don't like that part. And one thing I'm worried about, it's gonna be with me for the rest of my life. So like if I have kids, I'm scared I could pass that on to them because when you have kids, particularly when you have kids, like when you're pregnant, you have to eat. Like, and that's one thing I'm scared. Like, if I ever got pregnant, I'm terrified that I even thought of. I remember back when I thought I was pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh, I was thinking all the damn thoughts. I was thinking, oh my gosh, if I am pregnant, I'm scared I'm gonna starve the child because of my own stupid selfishness. Like, because I want to say a certain look, like, because you gain weight when you have typically you gain weight when you have kids. I don't really know how much you gain particular for each individual. I don't know how that works, but because each person has a different body structure and different body chemistry and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, I was scared because I know I've seen it on TV and movies and stuff based on real things. People, people who are some ladies or women who are pregnant, they will starve themselves even when they're pregnant because they have had an eating disorder before they were pregnant, and they just still use those still. You're still in that same mindset, so they're still starving themselves. So it means they're starving their child, and I don't want to do that too. I would never want to endanger. If I ever get pregnant, I would never want to endanger my child based on something they have no control over because I want to be selfish and be doing this, even though for your your mindset, even though your mind is eating disorder, the mentality or whatever, the child's still the one that's being harmed because you're doing whatever the action you're taking is causing the problem there. And I've seen on this movie, there was this movie about this runner. I think she was a really good runner, marathon runner, whatever. She had an eating disorder. I remember she had gotten pregnant. It's based on a true story. She had gotten pregnant. The husband didn't know she had an eating disorder. She was doing her eating disorder tendencies while she was pregnant. I can't remember if it caused something to happen to the baby. I can't remember if it had some issues with growth and stuff. I can't remember, but it was a movie based on. I forgot her name. I forgot her name. It was back in I think it was back in the 80s or 90s. This lady, she was some kind of well-known runner. Uh, can't remember, but that's what I don't want. Like, my child doesn't deserve to suffer just because I'm being selfish. Because, and I've never actually thought about it. I realize it now, even though people probably that with the eating disorder probably like you're being a hateful bitch, but that's all what they'll say. I realize that me having my eating disorder is just abuse. It's the same way as I'm abusing my body because I'm restricting food from it, which it needs to survive. So it's similar to, I'm not trying to be rude or whatever. People probably gonna take it as a rude, but whatever. It's the same way as a person who abuses drugs. Like they keep putting in their body even though they know it's harming it. For me, I'm restricting something my body actually needs in order to survive and grow and like be able to survive. Like so, it's an abuse. I am abusing it. I'm not taking care of it because without food and nourishment, it will end up dying. Like I do suspect it is dying, but it's dying faster than it should because I'm not nourishing it. I don't know how to say her name. Is it? I don't know how to say it. Not yours, Nick. I don't know how to say the name. Is it Lore? I don't even want to say it. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I can't do it. Oh, it's also an L. I can't say it. See, and that happens that's because I'm dyslexic, so my brain can't say it. It wants to, but then I'm like, I'm not gonna embarrass myself and make it worse. I don't know how to say it. Something with an L or with an I. Dang it. Is it a capital I or a lowercase L? Fuck. I can't. I just messed my I don't know how to say it. No, but I don't know how to say it. Is it Lordo? See, I can't do it. I can't. Is it Lordo Havoc? I give up. I said it wrong. It's embarrassing. Us Noah said that wrong. I'm just gonna call you LH because I don't know how to say it. Lordo Havoc. I don't know. I don't know. I'm dyslexic. Even though you did that, is not my brain can't fathom the last part. Ugh. What? So I did say it, Lord of Havoc. Okay. Oh, I thought I messed it up. Oh, thank you, Nick. Oh, thank you for writing it like that, because my brain, I thought I was saying it wrong. You said, overeating or binge. I don't binge eat and I don't really overeat. I don't eat enough, which is why I have problems. Oh. I wish people could just, like, people that have eat, I wish people that, you know what I wish they would do? I can't speak for you, Lord of Havoc. Eating is see what a normal eater looks like, so then maybe I can try to mimic it. I know that sounds stupid, but because let's be honest, people that are neurodivergent typically can assimilate, which is, I hate doing that shit. Okay, but particularly in this particular reason, I need to assimilate because I need to make sure I survive. Hopefully that made sense. I don't know if it did, but I need to assimilate, particularly not to society. I need to assimilate and make similar like behaviors, as into eating properly. Maybe I should watch my sisters eat or be around them when they eat. I'm gonna ask them if they freaking do that. I need to like shadow them. Like I need to shadow my sister. I know it sounds weird. Maybe I need to shadow. I'm gonna ask my parents. Maybe I'll ask my parents. I can shadow them when they eat, even though that sounds creepy. But maybe if I do that, it may. I no. I just wish people could make food for me and give me a certain amount so that I could just do it and eat. But like a healthy amount, not like a amount where I can't eat. Like I really wish my parents. I wish I was a teenager still, and I could still. I wish I could be an adult as a teenage, an adult body, but a teenage mind, and I could still get my parents to dish my food out. I'm serious, by the way. Particularly on the bad days where I don't want to eat. Though I mean the bad days. The good days are fine. I can do it myself. The bad days when I get in the mood where I don't want to eat, I wish I could have. I need somebody there. See, that is what I do. That is so what I need. I need one of those accountability, because I had an accountability partner when it comes to when I'm get very depressed and suicidal. I have one of those. My ex is one of those people. I don't talk to my best friend, not my ex friend, my best friend about it. My ex boyfriend is my second best friend, but I don't talk to her about it because I don't want her to go through any stress right now. She is currently pregnant. I'm trying to do all that. I'm not trying to put that on her. Like I don't want nothing to happen to that baby. But You said you really never masked except in the work. Actually, funny thing is, I always masked, and I didn't realize I was doing it until I got into the work environment where I felt safe, which is ironic. Oh, and I love that your boyfriend makes you eat when he sees that you're neglecting it. That is awesome. That's great. That's a good thing to have. Like, I'm sure I know I would have that if me and my ex were together and we were living together, that totally would happen. Because he probably asks, "Mariah, did you eat today?" And sometimes I'd be like, "Mariah, we don't have to tell him we didn't eat. We don't have to tell him, because then he won't know. Then we're not in trouble. Not that he would make me in trouble, but because I tell him when I don't eat or I only eat one meal. I didn't tell him last week though because I didn't want to, and that was my business." But technically, you're not really held. Technically, I don't have to, but I don't want to. It's not called lying. You don't have to, but I don't want to. That's what it's called. I have to be accountable to myself sometimes more than anything. Um, and that's what I'm trying to say. But I'm glad you definitely have someone that keeps you accountable. It's awesome. La 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 la. I would do that, but I don't know you well enough, Nick. And you're like all the way in South Africa, so I can't do it for you. Like I do. I wonder if oh oh wow. So you're autistic, have Down syndrome, and so you're like me. You have more than one thing too. I think that's really cool. No, but seriously, I would do it. Seriously, Nick, I totally would be like your accountability partner because I don't like procrastinating. Like literally, I think I know people like I'm really. This is why I call myself the odd one out because my whole family, besides me, are procrastinators. Actually, my mom is maybe not as much, but my dad, my two sisters are, and I'm definitely not that. It's ironic. It's why I say I don't fit in my family. I'm not very much like them, but I also maybe because I'm autistic, dyslexic, and ADHD, or maybe I was just an ADHD, or I might be like them, but because I'm not just one thing. I'm three. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Um, but and I'm glad the stream can be like I can laugh because I didn't think I could. Um, you would hate. Wait, you would hate to do what? Wait, would you hate to do what? You would hate to do what? My brain's like, don't know. Can you clarify? You know I need clarification, right? I don't know what you mean. You hate to do. Oh, procrastinate. Thank you. You'd hate to procrastinate. You don't like to do. You don't like to procrastinate. I don't like. You know one thing I think you're probably very similar to me. I don't like stopping in the middle of something. Like the other day, I had written up all these notes and then I looked and then they weren't there. I saved it. I'm telling you, I saved it. I saved my stuff after I'm done. Because I think about this one. I think I saw somewhere. I can't remember if it was in a movie in real life or something. This person. Oh yes, it was on this TV show. The girl, she thought she was writing on. So the power went out. Whatever. She was working on a document. Her power went out. She didn't save the document, and she lost everything. And I'm thinking, oh hell no, that ain't never happening to me. Damn it, that ain't never happening because like the work I do is very important, and particularly with the researching for this channel and doing all the stuff I do. And I'm like, I swear, I wrote this like half of the work up I had for one of my topics, and then all of a sudden I go on my computer and it's not there and I know I saved it. I know what the hell I do. I made sure I always make sure I hit the save button even though we have autosave whatever. Even though I have autosave, I literally hit the save button. Some reason the document wasn't there. I was like, it was what the hell you mean the document's not there? Luckily, the work I had to do for this topic whatever, I could like do it in like a couple of days or few days whatever. It didn't take me that long, which is great because I would be pissed if I were. Because there are some that take me longer than a few days because I typically try to do each of the topics I do. I try to do within a week or within the same week because I like being ahead. So like for right now, I'm working on July. This week I'm going to be working on July 19th topic, and after that I'll be working on the week of the July 26th for both my live stream and my planned video. I'm looking forward to my planned video. I'm really looking forward to my response videos. They are awesome. Can I call you something else? Lord of Havoc. Even though I don't like calling you that. I feel weird calling you that because I bet you're not that. And I don't like calling people things that I feel like they're not. So I don't know. It's weird. Um, Gym works. Oh, that works. I can call you that. Um. Oh yes. Also, one thing I want to say, Jim, to you, because I'm proud of you, even though I don't know you. I'm proud of you for like talking about your user disorder because I know personally it's not easy. I remember when I did my video, one of my videos talking about my user disorder, it was not an easy thing. I felt shame at the time. Of course, now I don't, but back then because I didn't want to admit to people that I was dealing with it because I feel like people sometimes view you they treat you differently when they find that you have some issue, even though it's not anything to really look down on. Like even I mean, disorder is nothing to look down on. It just means that you're dealing with something. At least in my opinion. And also, I love that I try to be inclusive, as everyone knows. I don't try to unless you're being a bastard or a bitch or whatever. And I say bastard and bitch based on a female and male, whatever. Point I'm making being a jerk on here. Then you don't get booted. But I've had disrespectful people on here. Nick already knows we've had hundreds of freaking trolls on this dang channel. For no apparent reason. Racist ones, sexist ones, disrespectful ones. I've had people talking to my mods like they can just talk to them any damn way, and talking to me and other people like they can talk to them anyway, which I don't deal with. There's no bullying on the channel, and if that happens, it's a block immediate. Um, I just think that today has been really great. I'm actually really surprised, which means I pressed me not be trending, which is okay for me. When we get to I can't wait to get to 1580. Come on, 1580, because we got it. Because I want to put out the topics I want to do for the poll, and so far we haven't got there yet. We're getting closer. We're like, based on what I saw, we're like less than 30 away from it. I typically, honestly, one thing I don't do is hold people to the word anymore because people lie, and I've had a lot of people lie, and um they say they're going to do things and they don't. So I'm not holding like this person I was talking to. I think I'm gonna do. I have two different topics I want that I have, but I don't. And then I decided to do for I have other topics I want to do for other ones, but we'll see which one gets chosen. Um, I always pick two because the reason I don't do three anymore because sometimes it gets like three-way tie and I hate three-way ties. They're worse than two-way ties. I literally hate that crap. I literally For anyone that doesn't know me, I don't like odd numbers, so that's not gonna work. And then I don't like 33, 33, 33 is like, what is that? That's not even, that means one person voted for each of them, and that's like not even gonna work, okay? Like, I like evens, and I don't even like that I'm an odd number now. 33 is odd, even though Nick loves the number 3. He's biased, by the way. Even though he's like, right, I'm not biased, that's just my favorite number. You know I'm playing with you, Nick. But yeah, because I've had three-way ties and it annoys me. Like I don't like that mess. And then I've also had ties, well, close to ties, where one just simply edges out um the other. Like particularly for this live stream, I was gonna change the name, but it was really close. But they wanted to keep it the same, so I just kept it the same. Um, you think that's funny? Um, yeah, but I just don't like the number 33. I hate it. And fortunately, that's my age. It has nothing to do with the age. It has to do with it's odd, and I don't like it. I like need things that pairs, and that's not gonna. Even though if you do two, two, and two, it's a pair, but you can't do that with 33 because it's 3 and 3. So you have to have 3 and 3. So you can't do that. But if you, I'm on mom and Nick, my friend Nick here, who's my mod, and I'm so sorry for the planes. We've been having a lot of that crap. Um, Planes and helicopters. I don't want to talk about it. It's stressing me out. Because we don't live that far. We live about an hour or maybe a half an hour from DC. So point I'm making is we've been having a lot of helicopters come around all around circle around in this area for some dang reason. I don't want to think about it because I'm already stressed about things. But Oh yeah, that's just it. My mom and Nick said the same thing. You can just add 3 and 3 up and you get 6. That's not how it works. So no, that's not how it works. Even when I turn 34, it's still going to be August. 3 plus 4 is 7. Just, no. Even though in the end it's an even, but still, it's just I, I just need. I like equal. I need the reason I like even is because I like things to have their pair. I don't like the odd one out. I like I. You know that sounds stupid, but I don't care. I like need them to have their pairs. Yes, that's from where I said checkmate. I said that. Dang. I wonder what the heat. What the heck is the temperature? It's disgusting feeling. Redundant. You see redundancy. What do you mean? I know what the word redundant means. I just don't quite. No. Don't. Nick, you know it's not. You know that's not how it works. Even though I like the spare part. You are such extra special. That's all I'm gonna say. What was I doing? Oh yes, checking what the temperature was. That's what I was doing. Oh, I'm scared. What's it gonna be? Oh, oh, I feel like it's gonna be real hot. Why do I feel like it's gonna be real hot out there? I know when I looked at it earlier, it was like 90 something, feels like 100 and something else. God, what? Sorry. Didn't mean to say that. Oh my gosh, no. What the fudge? That's why I'm hot like this. I feel like I'm dying. Well, I'm not really dying, but you know what I mean. It's really hot. It says it's 98 right now, but it feels like 100. I'm not going outside. I was going to go outside and get the trash. Hell no, I'm going out there. I was going to get the trash can. I can't do that. I don't even like that my sisters and my dad have to go outside to get in their car. I don't even like that. Like, what? Why is. I'm scared. Tomorrow's going to be 99. What is it going to feel like? That's actually really scary. I don't like the heat index. It's that hot. Jeez. Wait, you said it gets really hot. Yeah, it can. I don't like it really hot and I really don't like it really cold. Especially because I'm anemic, so I don't like the cold. God, can you let it rain, please? I don't like this heat thing. This is like not working. Wi-Fi, don't do that. Um, yeah. I never emoted one. But I'm glad it's not trending. Honestly, I don't want it to. I don't. My channel trends, and then I sometimes don't like it more when I don't like when it trends because of the trolls. But I like when it trends when we get awesome people in here. I don't like when it trends when the trolls come out because I hate that shit. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Nick. I'm very happy that Warren is no longer on this channel. I'm not sorry about it. I can't help it. I'm excited because I feel like he would have became a stalker. I'm not joking. I swear. I feel like he would have became a stalker. Hmm. I wonder if that was my sister. I don't know. I heard a beep, like a horn. Oh my god. Um. I'm not sorry either. I know people are like, Mariah, you should give grace. Why the hell should I give grace? We tried to help him and he didn't give a shit. So why should I give him grace? I gave him grace the first time. I tried to help him the first time. Like I don't want to keep giving someone grace when they definitely are not listening to the behavior and the behavior can get me and other people in trouble for things that um I just think it's me and you both gave him opportunity. I didn't have to give him opportunity. I sometimes kind of regret giving an opportunity, but the only reason I gave him a chance is because he was saying he was going through mental health issues, and because I dealt with my own. I didn't want to like neglect him and him do something to himself. I was trying to be sensitive to that because I know what that's like being going through that myself. I've gone through suicidal ideation, and suicide attempts, so I do understand. So I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and be kind, but since I realized he wasn't, the problem I have is after doing all that, we still had him trying to do it again. That's the problem I had. Like, they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I'm not about to be fooled the second time. That's what was not about to happen. See, I understand that. I don't regret it. I just wish he would have not. I wish he would have just listened. That's what I should say. I wish he had taken what we said to heart and not been messing around. Like, honestly, I don't know if anything he said was true. He could have been lying the whole dang thing. Like, he could have been one of those other people, one of the, he would have been the third person who tried to use suicide to manipulate me. And if he was doing that, he's disgusting. And whatever happens to him because he's doing disgusting things that happens to him. There's nothing I can do about it. Because I tried my best. And people can say, oh, Mariah, you didn't do anything. You didn't help him. Well, then that's your opinion. Like I remember after the whole thing happened when I was emotionally drained, I talked to my family and my mom and my dad, both of them, and I told them everything that happened, and they were like, Mariah, you did your best, you did what you could do, and I know Nick was saying the same thing. So was Mildred, and I didn't know like, and then I found out later that he might have just been fine. Like I didn't know like I would never try to dismiss someone that's going through something that because he could be typing on being lying, but he also could be typing on being honest. So it was not my space to say, oh, Mariah, he's not being honest. That's not my space to say that because I don't know that. I don't know that. What I know is that God has put in me to try my best to help someone live if they're going through something like that because I've been there and well at least sometimes I believe that some things we go through we may not like that we've gone through them but we go through them to help others through them as well because we've been where that person's at. But that's just a thought. um I don't know if that's even I'm not sure if that's a healthy thought or whatever, but that's just my brain, how my brain works. Yeah, I honestly, when people tell me like, "Oh, Mariah," um, literally when people tell me this channel help them see themselves differently, like helps them, like any way the channel helps them and what I say helps them make them feel seen and heard and whatever. That just makes me happy because I'm thinking like at one point that's the reason. Honestly, the reason I wrote the poem "Invisible to Seen" is because at point, most of my life I felt invisible to other people. Um, I felt like I was my sister's shadow. Even it's ironic because I'm older than my sister, by about 8 months. I always felt like I was in her shadow because things came more naturally to her than they did to me. So I would lean on her a lot more, which is not her fault. And it probably is not my fault that I was seen as her shadow because I leaned on her. But I did. One thing me and my sister purposely did when we went to college is, I mean, of course, we also didn't have the same interest as each other. My sister liked music and musicals, which is fine. I did not like that stuff. I like sports and other different. I had different interests. Like we had different majors, so even that's the one thing I was glad. Even though we always had been in the same grade, thank God my mom was after kindergarten. I'm grateful for her for this. Of course, even though my sister she's on grade level for everything, she always has been, even above. But I'm glad my mom put us after kindergarten to put us in different classes. But I appreciate that because it made me, even though I always have been dependent on my sister. Um, it's a thing. Honestly, I probably would have done it with my younger sister too, the youngest one too, if we were closer in age. Um, I know it's an autistic. I'm pretty sure it's an autistic tendency. I would have done it with my mom if my mom was my age, but it's a thing. Like she would not. She was my safe person. Like she's probably still is my safe one of my safe. Let me be honest, my whole family is my safe people or my safe people, and I think everyone should have one of those people that you feel like if something is to happen, that you know that person will be there. But like I was saying, I'm grateful my mom after kindergarten, she put me and my sister in two different first grade classes all the way. It was like that all the way up through high school and college. So, of course, it started in elementary school, but I'm saying, of course, also I didn't IEP, she didn't. So, of course, I think that probably didn't. That probably is why I was in. Also, another reason probably why I was in different classes. But I like that she purposed that it was able to do it like that because it made me kind of less reliant on my sister, even though in college I think I was more reliant because there was a lot more people and I'm not good in situations with a lot of people. I still cling to my sister at points, and both my actually even I cling to my younger one too. That's because I know that if something is to happen, like if something was to happen, I believe that they'd be there, and like not many people I would not say most people would be there. Like my best friend, I know she'd be there, even though she lives in a different country. There are not many people I would trust to be there if I needed them. If there's something happening, not many people. Like I probably have a feel in my hand here. I would say how many people would be there. And I think, and I don't, and one thing I'm grateful for my parents, not, I can't say everyone, is that for me, I have my independent moments, but I'm always scared to be independent because I'm scared and this is why my parents are very, particularly my mom is way more protective of me, is because I'm autistic, I tend to trust way easier than most. My sisters have, I feel like they have that extra thing to know not to trust every single person out there, but I don't have that, and I know it's an autistic thing. So my mom is why. It's the reason why my mom is very she knows when I get hurt. That's why she was telling me, like, particularly with remember how I told you about the true crime thing? How she was like, Mariah, if it makes you that upset, maybe you shouldn't do it. She does that because she knows how attached I get to things because I feel them deep. I feel things very deeply when I feel them, and I know it's an autistic thing. So I get, um, I get very passionate about things that I'm not saying nobody gets passionate about. It's more like I get passionate about things that people are just like watching this move on. I don't tend to do that. Like for example, like, particularly in true crime stuff or things that true crime that involves children, elderly, and disability. Those are my three groups I hate when people mess with. I freaking hate that. I get so pissed. I do. Which is kind of evident in some of the true crime cases I've done. All of them based off, most of all, not based on yeah, and I have anxiety too. My anxiety, honestly, I didn't have anxiety until I became a teenager. I think I don't know if my anxiety came from my driving, like when I used to drive. Like I know how to drive, I just haven't got my license because I had my anxiety so bad I can't get it because of that reason. Because I could kill someone and I don't want to kill someone from the because and I take it seriously because I'm thinking some people think driving is just a fun sport. It's not. You can literally cause someone to lose their life, and that's one thing I don't play around with because once that happens, you don't get a do over. That's not how it works. You don't get. It's not like a video game. You get a do over when you lose. Like that's not how it works. And I don't play games with it. My sisters, I love both of them. They both can drive successfully. I wish I could be like them. It makes me feel. One thing I was talking to myself yesterday about. Yeah, I talked to myself yesterday about it. I feel as if I'm a loser because I'm 33 and I don't have my license yet. And I know people are probably like, no, Mariah, it's not that serious. Yeah, well, it is to me because it makes me feel like I can't be independent like my two sisters can, and my whole family's independent, and I'm like the loser that I can't be independent because I can't drive like they can. And I have severe anxiety. When I say severe, and I don't mean just a little bit of anxiety. When my mom will drive or anyone will drive, when I feel like they're getting too close or someone is driving erratic, my body, I will literally move my whole body over. And my mom and my dad are like, that's something you cannot do when you're driving because they can get you killed or somebody else killed. And that's the one reason I can't drive. I just wish, only I said to my parents, I said, I wish I was born when you, and I wish I was born when my parents were born, even though it makes them would not be my parents, but whatever. I would love them if I knew them in real life, even if they weren't my parents. But, because I feel like back in the day when they learned how to drive, they actually could drive at a normal freaking time period because nowadays these people drive like assholes and freaking horrible and cause accidents for no freaking reason because your ass wants to just get in front of everyone else. What the like I literally like one lady who I used to work with, one of my former coworkers, she was like, I have anxiety when I drive, and I'm thinking you've been driving probably a good amount of time more than I have been, and I'm like, and you have anxiety, so imagine how I must feel because I've like I learned how to drive when I was 16, but I didn't get I have not got my license. I've tried getting it. That's not worked out so far. Um, and I don't know. Well, I'm glad you have that. I don't I can't. Like, nah. I'm glad you can do that. Um, It just makes me feel like a loser that I can't drive. It just makes me feel like a loser. It just makes me feel like that. That's what it makes me feel like. And like my sister that is younger than me, like years younger than me, can drive and I can't. Like, how the hell am I supposed to feel? Not like a loser. I know my parents don't tell me. My parents and my mom and my dad are like, Mariah, don't compare yourself to your sisters. You're not them. They never make me feel bad about it, but I feel like shit because I'm the oldest and I can't drive like my two younger sisters. Even though the sister behind me is only about almost 8 months younger. The other one is like it's 8 years, which makes me feel shitty that I can't drive. She that makes me shitty. My sister that is years younger than me can drive successfully and that and I can't do it. Like it makes me like I failed as a sibling and failed as a daughter. It makes me feel like a failed daughter, failed everything. That's what it makes me feel like. Even though of course I didn't fail this community, but that don't make me. It still doesn't make me feel good. Um, you said. I'm glad you feel relaxed when someone else is driving. I feel relaxed when my mom and my dad are driving. It's not the problem. I don't have a problem with them driving. I have a problem with the other ass fucking hoes who don't know how to drive and be making I remember this one time my mom was driving. Well, we were stopped at the light or whatever. The people next to us were going. I literally could feel on my side of the darn car the car shaking. That's why it was. That's why I don't. I can't do it. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. You said you only learned how to drive in your 20s. Yeah, fuck that. No, I'm talking about the shift the car the stick. Hell no. Not the 20s thing. 20s is fine. The stick shift, hell no. I seen my mom drive that crap and I'm thinking how she do that. Back in the day. Not back when me and my sister were kids, she used to have, I think she used to have a stick. I don't know how the hell she did that shit. I'm like, no. Ugh. And it's not fair. I feel like and then I also have time anxiety. Like literally, like because this, I always had. I mean, it's not time anxiety. It's test anxiety. So when the time is like on any test for me, when I have a test, any kind of test, whatever. When I find out the time is going down, start panicking in I literally start panicking in my head, and then comes out in my driving, which is this is why I really hate how I don't know if you're allowed. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it because of my disability. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that I have a problem with test anxiety. I'm not sure how that works. Um, I've always had testing. I'm pretty sure I've always had testing anxiety. It's really bad. Like I literally will freak the fuck out. Like it's like a thing. That's why I don't like. I remember the lady was like, "You don't have like this many seconds left." Like, well, you have this amount of time, and then she said, "I don't like people. Can you just tell me when it's done? I don't want to be told the time." And I don't know. I'm not sure if they have accommodations for people that. One thing I don't know, and I didn't think about doing this before when I first took the test the first time. I never thought about asking if they had accommodations for people with disabilities. Like, is there like a thing you can do when you're taking the driving test? Can you like the actual physical driving test, not the one that's written? Um, if you can like, can you not tell me the time? Is that like, am I allowed? I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that. Can you not tell me time because I have test taking anxiety. And when I hear the time, it like makes me panic in my brain. It literally does make me panic in my brain. Because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, time's running out. I don't got that much time. And literally all the thoughts in my brain scatter and like make a whole scene, whatever. Yeah, I don't watch TikTok. I mean, use TikTok because I don't want to see that shit. And yeah, I know what you're talking about. The TikTokers being dumb imbeciles doing all that stuff for content, which is dumb as shit. People they wreck their cars and like possibly, I think one time, I think they wreck their cars and wreck someone else's cars. It's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I used to use it and then I was like, this is a waste of damn time. This app, like, I don't have time for this bull. Cause literally, honestly, it's like a second. In my opinion, it's like a second, Twitter. Even though it's not Twitter, I'm not calling it X. I hate that. I'm never ever calling it X. That's not what I'm not calling it that. I like calling it Twitter. I'm not calling it X. People say it's called X, formerly known as Twitter. Hell no, it's called Twitter to me, and I'm not calling it X. Um, but you Nick, I don't know anything about cars. You telling me this? I literally don't know much about cars. So you telling me that does not tell me anything, I promise. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's not fair though because people that drive shitty can get their license and I can't get mine. And I don't drive shitty. I actually drive really cautiously, which makes me. That's why my mom has seen how I drove before. My anxiety was really bad. I actually really drove really good before my anxiety got as bad as it. I really drove really well. And when my anxiety got it kicked in, like it like was completely opposite of how I drive. I can drive it just because my anxiety it covers up the areas that I actually drive. Like even driving like when I was driving, it was muscle memory. I still remembered what to do and like stuff. But I just wish people didn't drive like assholes. Like then I could probably be a driver, like on the road, like not feeling I'm gonna like get killed or somebody else gonna be killed because I have to do some kind of maneuver because you're being an asshole. But yeah, thinking. You know what show I was watching before I came on the stream like an hour and a half ago? I was watching Family Matters. Like I like back in the day. Like I know it sounds back in the day sounds weird, but it's some bullshit. See what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. See what I'm talking about, Nick? People can drive. They drive well and then they act like assholes. That's some bull. See what I'm. That pisses me. This one, my mom told me there was this one time the person ran their. I never heard. I wasn't there when it happened. I think my sister was the youngest sister was taking the driving test. I can't remember, or she was practicing. No, I think she went in practicing about to take the driver's test, and they ran over to like the DMV or whatever. You know where you get your license and stuff. The person was taking the test and they hit into there's like a how do I say it? Concrete like little thing like dividing thing so it sections off a certain part of the DMV which is part of the driving test. They slammed into that wall and I think they were like taking the test. I'd never heard of that before. I didn't even do that, but I didn't get that much. Even if I did, I couldn't see myself slamming into the wall. Like I think the parent whoever's car that was, oh my gosh, I think they were so pissed. I wasn't there, but I can imagine being pissed about it. Um, I believe it, but I feel like is it bad driving over there in South Africa? I don't know what that's like over there, but I know I hate this. I just hate the way people drive. I wish I could have my own like I wish I could have my own island or own place where I don't have to be around people that act like imbeciles. So I can just be by myself, or and only people can come on there if I let them on. They're not allowed to come otherwise. And if they come on there, there'll be security, so they can't get into the thing. Um, like, cause I don't want people on there that are being selfish, and that's one thing I hate about this. I hate about most people. They're freaking selfish. Like you can't wait your damn turn. You have to cut the person off to cause an accident for what damn reason? I think that's what caused me to have my anxiety. Actually, it was back when I was a teenager. I almost got me and my mom really hurt because this person was rushing me, and I don't like. First off, I have anxiety when it came to driving because I'm thinking this could kill me or my mom or anyone else on the road, and so I was backing up, and because they couldn't wait and be patient, they scared me, and then I almost got us hurt. And that from that time on, I my driving had shifted. Before it was fine. Before that happened, I was completely fine. Also, my mom was trying to make me do something I didn't want to do. I mean, I understood why she made me was teaching me how to do it. I understand that, but at the time I wasn't ready. I told her I wasn't ready, but I don't think she understood. When I said I wasn't ready, I don't think she understood that I wasn't ready. I do suspect it. Like for her doing that particular thing wasn't hard because she's done it so often. I had never done that, so you said you've seen. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Sounds horrible. I'm good. You said the most dangerous cars on the road in South Africa are mini. I've never mini taxis, mini bus taxis. What the heck is a mini bus taxi? I have to look it up. are they like the ones where it's like a bus, a small bus, and then it looks like a taxi? I'm trying to figure out what that means. Or is it like how in different, I don't know what that is. My brain's trying to figure out what that is. Hmm. Wait, Lord of hold on, Havoc. I was going to say Chaos, but bad. Don't touch me. Um, oh yes, Lord of Havoc. Are you from South Africa too? How you know about that minibus thing he's talking about? Or are you from somewhere else that has those? I don't think we have those here. If they do, we do. I literally have never seen one. Oh, you're from the U.S. Oh my gosh, I feel embarrassed. You're from the U.S. like me. Wait, where have you seen a minibus? Where have you seen a minibus, Jim? You said that's your name, Jim. Well, at least you said I can call you Jim. I don't know if I've ever seen a minibus in the. I've seen a Van Gogh. If you're talking about a Van Gogh, is that considered a minibus? Like the Van Goghs that take people like to different stuff. Like you gotta pay to get on it, and like I don't know what you mean. Dang, stop doing that. It feels weird. Like it's trying to flinch or something. This streamer you watch regularly. Yeah, hell no. I could not do. I could not do that. I would not. Hell no. Nope. I can't be doing that because I remember this one time because me and my sister when we went to college, we had to go over a bridge, and it was over a body of water. I don't like bridges, and that's why I can't watch. I can never watch Final Destination 4. I think it's 4 or 5. The one where the bridge breaks and then hell no, hell no, hell no. Because if I watch that, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going on the bridge ever again. And the bridge was over water, and I'm not about to do that if I have watched it. I'm not about to go over a bridge ever in my life again if I watch that movie. Um, I'm petrified of bridges. Because I literally that's my fear. They're being on a bridge and they're breaking and I drowned because I fall in the. I'm serious. And the way that people drove on that bridge that going to when we went to Salisbury, the way I was thinking, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Every time I would literally have anxiety attacks. Every time my mom would have to drive us over the bridge, or my dad would get us, one of the two, whatever. I would think, oh my, I'm not watching. I am not watching. And no, I haven't watched all of them. I've watched seriously. The second one, damn, hell no. Oh my gosh, the second one, one of the things in the second one happened to someone. They didn't die, thank God. That's the one thing I fear. Where the darn logs go through where the logs go through the darn window and you get pinned. I've seen the first, second, the third, I think. Wait, let me see if I've seen the third. Hold on, now I gotta look. Hold on, I gotta check if I know I haven't seen the fourth. I know I've seen the first and second one. I think I might have seen the third. Hold on. Final Destination 3. Let me see. Definitely haven't seen the recent one. I don't think I'm watching. I don't want to see Bloodline. I can't. It looks that part with the glass and the thing. Oh hell no, hell no, nope. I'm not watching that. I've not seen all of them. Let's see. Have I seen the third one? Oh yeah, I've seen the third. I've seen 1, 2, and 3. Third one's fucking yeah. This is literally why I'm never going on a roller coaster that goes round and round. This is why, because of this movie. Because the first one was fine. The second one was fuck. Oh my god. I think the second one is where the thing with the lady gets her head. Yes, it is the second one. The lady gets her head caught in the. Oh my gosh, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. That's why I can't. That's why I'm scared of elevators because of that reason. Plus being possibly getting stuck in one ever, which I've never done. I'm scared of elevators because of that reason. Because I'm thinking, my gosh, what if my hair gets caught, even though it's not long enough? But what if my head gets caught in the thing and it was horrifying. I don't watch. I don't advise you not to watch Final Destination if you do not like things that possibly could happen to you, maybe in real life. I don't. Because honestly, all the ones that happen could really happen for real life. I ain't gonna lie. The first one's got it. The first death, I swear, that's got to be the most disgusting death I ever saw in my entire life. Was the one where he got decapitated in the darn thing. Cause they were like, the way this happened, it was so freaking horrible. I felt so bad. It's the first app. It was the first Final Destination, and crazy because I did now I think about it. Final Destination, the first one came in 2000, which is, my gosh, I was only 8 years old. Now I think about that. I don't remember when I watched it, though. I'm pretty sure I did not watch it when I was 8. But the problem to me, it shows me that the movies that death is inevitable. You can't escape death. It's true you can't. But one thing I did not, the violent death in the first one, the most violent one is when he got decapitated. They were on train tracks because one of the guys was trying to he was trying to end his life, and he decided, oh no, I don't want to actually end my life. And I don't like horror movies like that, but I guess it's because I guess I did like horror movies because I like these movies, which is kind of weird. Liked-ish. No, not liked as in I want people to die because I don't want people to die. It just fascinated me because I've never seen a concept like that. Where the thing about the plane, and then they got off, and he had a vision, and they got off, and then they died. And they were going to die in the order they were going to die in a particular order, but if they escaped death, they would go skip over that person and go to the next person. And if that person didn't die, then skip over and go to the next person. The one, oh, actually, no, that's not even the most violent one. The most violent one was where the lady, she was washing her dishes, and then she pulled I forgot how the rag got caught on something, and she pulled the thing, and all these knives fell in her, and oh my gosh, it was horrible. And then the house set on fire, and it was horrible. It was one of the teachers on the move. Man, the thing was, man. The way the main character died was lame. What kind of lame crap was that? Oh, I got hit by a brick. Literally, he didn't. They said he didn't. The only one who survived in the first movie was Claire. She was literally the only one. And then she died. She died violently in the second one, though. Hell no, man. She died in an explosion with this guy because she was trying to save him, and the thing was filled with gas, and it sparked, and then the whole thing blew up, and both of them died. They freaking died horribly. I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah, I can't watch Bloodline. It just looks really horrible. I just can't. Like the even when it came on the trailer, I kept trying to skip past it, and I couldn't skip it. And I was like, what the hell is this? I can't watch this. Bloodlines must mean when it first started, how it originated, but exactly why I'm not watching it, because I don't want to see how that originated. Why do I feel like when I watch this, I think of Stephen King. I think I say his name. I forgot. It was when the movie was trying. It was when I saw the trailer for Bloodlines when it was about to come out in May of this year. I kept seeing it. It was annoying. You probably can watch it on. You can probably just put in Final Destination Bloodlines and it will come up. But I'm not doing that. Please don't recommend it to me, YouTube. I don't want that crap on my thing because I hate that thing. It's ironic. It's interesting. I can watch true crime, but I can't watch certain violence. Oh, I know why. I don't like gore. Is it? Which is ironic because I like Carrie too, though. Which is weird. I know. It's kind of like a spin-off of Carrie. I don't like Stephen King stuff. It creeps the fuck out of me. Hell nah. Did he write Sixth Sense? Because I hate that shit. I hate that damn movie. I really hate that, and I know why I hate it. I just realized. I realized why I hate horror movies. It's because I think if I had been able to watch it naturally as a child, like not being forced into watching it, I probably would have liked them more. Maybe. I said maybe. I don't know for a fact, but because I was made to have to watch them, because my grandmother gave me no option. We either watch them or we go in the back room because she had the room. I was like, I'm not going in the back room. It's freaking hot. And her room was the only one that had AC. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not going back there. So I literally, I remember when Sixth Sense, that crap shit scared me. Oh, oh no, that was the one I got it. That and Chucky scared me. Those shits both scared me. I was only 8 years old. So watching that as a child, that is not normal stuff for a child to watch. I don't care if nobody tells me. I don't care if people watch. I don't care if people watch them as children. They probably weren't forced into watching them. They weren't told they have to watch them, or they can't be left. Freaking hate Sixth Sense. That shit is terrifying. I swear I don't remember what this damn movie is. I swear my sister and my somebody else can't. Who was it? I told somebody about this one creature, and I thought it was in Sixth Sense, where there was, I swear, no one believes me though. There was this lady, she was blue, I swear to you, I swear. She was blue, and she was in the shower, and they pulled the thing, And then she scared them, and then they went back and tried to tell the people about it, and she wasn't there. What the hell movie is that? Anyone know what that movie is? I gotta find it. I'm kind of scared. God, please don't let me have a heart attack. Please don't let me have a heart attack because I find it. I'm scared. Because I literally think about it every time I think about Sixth Sense. That's what I think about. Let me look. Hold up. Blue lady in the shower. Is it Sixth Sense? I have to find it. It's killing me. She was blue, I'm telling you. Like, not this blue, like the blue behind me on my wall. That color blue. She was blue, like she was dead. I have to find it. Blue lady. Hold on. Lady, I'm not playing. I have to find out. Blue lady in the shower. I have to find out if it's Sixth Sense. Because if it is, I'm never watching that for sure. Blue lady in the shower. Shower. Blue. It's not no dang. It's not in that. That's not true. In the shower. Is it Sixth Sense? What movie? I have to know. It's like I've thought about it since I was thought about it since I was a kid, and I can't find out what movie it is. It's not no damn Psycho. It's not Psycho. I know what Psycho is. That's not it. Psycho creeps me out too, but it's not as bad as this one. I want to know where the you bastards. I know it's not Psycho. Don't play with me. I'm not crazy. I feel like I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. Where is that movie? Maybe it's. Let me look at Sixth Sense. Let me see what this comment if they show. I wish they would show me like the images they would use on there. God, I'm scared. Why do I feel scared? I know why, because I'm scared of this movie. I'm still scared of it now. And oh my gosh, that came out. Oh my gosh, I was younger when that came. Oh hell, God, not the trailer. I don't want to see the trailer. Oh, I don't like this trailer. Oh. God help me, Jesus. I'm not even kidding. No, dang it. No. Thank you. I skipped over. Thank you, God. Is that a heart attack? I don't like that part. I see dead. I hate that part where he's like, I see dead people. Like, the reason why it scared me because he looked. No, because he was under the bed and then he looked to his. What side? Was that his left or right side? And he saw the people were just dead and they were there. This movie, to me, Sixth Sense is worse than the movie my best friend showed me. What was it? The Haunting of Connecticut. The Haunting of Connecticut is like, it's funny because, not funny like haha funny. It's funny that my best friend was scared of it because she was adamant we should watch the movie. I advise you, if you watch any horror movie, do not watch it in the dark. I for sure, that's what I do. When I watch horror, if I ever decide I want to watch horror movies, which is very random sometimes, even though I don't really like horror, I make sure my lights are on so I can find I can see what the hell is around me. I don't play that game because I feel like some things sneak up on you. I'm trying to see if there's any shower scene in this darn movie here. Shoot. No, but then I remember in the shower thing, she like screamed and scared the hell out of them. That's what I remember, but I don't see anything here. I don't see anything about this. I don't do the dark for hell no. I don't like being in the dark anymore since the horror movies. When I watch a horror movie, I can't be in the dark. I'm scared something's gonna creep up. I swear, I feel like something's creeping up on me sometimes when I'm in the dark. Even if I'm in my room, I feel like something's next to me. I have to know something's next to me so I can punch it if I have to. I'm not sorry. I swear, I need to find. I'm not crazy. I swear. What is that blue? No one can tell me what that blue character is. No one. Oh, it's like 20. It's over 20 years later, and I still can't find out what it is. It's so annoying. I swear. No one. My mom. I told my mom and my dad, and like none of them know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not. No, but seriously, I swear, Haunting in Connecticut is creepy as hell, though. It's just a creep. I watched it in college. It was one of the. I think either my sophomore or my freshman year, one of the two. But it was the most. It was the most interesting. I ain't never seen a movie like that in my life. Like, it was weird because, like, okay, I can't tell you about. I'm not sure if I should tell you about the one thing about apples because then you might not ever eat an apple again, particularly the red kind. So, I don't like red apples. They're delicious, so it won't really bother me if I talk about it. I just remember after the movie, we like my best friend, me and my sister was looking at all of our best friends' room because she said we need to check her room to make sure there's nothing in there. And I don't get it. Why would I don't quite understand watching scary movies just to be scared. Why? The Ring. What the hell's The Ring? Let me look. Wait, the shower scene thingy? Wait, ew. It's a ugh. Wait, it's a movie. I'm scared. Is that the movie? Oh God, I'm scared. Wait, we're talking about The Ring. Is it about the blue lady thing I'm talking about? Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, hold on. Is that one? Ew, it's blue. Oh, it's blue. It's blue. Let me see. Does she have a shower? Wait, the Ring is the Ring a do they have a shower in that? Where she's in the shower? Ew. We need to stop watching creepy movies. I don't know if I ever watched The Ring. Let me look at the other one, the Ring. The actual Ring, because I was looking at Ring 2. Let me see, Ring 1. I've never seen The Ring. I don't know if I've ever seen The Ring. Let's see. Let me see what The Ring is. This is Ring 2. Where's Ring 1? Why is it called Ring 2 if it's not the Ring 1? I clicked on Ring 1, but you give me Ring 2. I don't know if I've seen a Japanese movie. It says it's Japanese. Is it Japanese? Ew, oh my God. Oh, why did you tell me about this? I'm gonna have horror nightmares. Oh, fuck. Oh, my face. Oh, hell. Why did I can't look? Oh my gosh, I feel like oh shit. What is that? What the fuck is that? I don't like that at all. Oh my gosh, what is this shit? I don't like that. Oh my gosh, look at a demon. Oh my face. I feel like I just went into some kind of horror nightmare from hell. Oh my face. I feel horrified now. This is 2000. Man, I feel old young. Yeah, I said old young. Cause I'm ill. Wait, The Grudge came out. Wait, The Grudge came out in 2004. I didn't know that. Oh, they did. You're right. They do have an American installment. That shit was terrifying. I don't know what this. I don't know what that is. Nick, I don't know what this is, but it's kind of this scared. That picture. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's any shower scenes in it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out if there's shower scenes in this thing because that thing was. I telling you. It was a blue woman. She looked like blue like that color of the wall right behind me. And she turned around and scared the hell out of the person, the kid. It was a kid that went up to the thing, opened the shower. I think he was trying to get in the shower, whatever, take a bath or something. And, yeah, that was not. I don't know how to explain that. That was not. I don't know what the damn movie was. I'm irritated because I can't find what the movie is. I watch too many scary things out of jealousy. Like that movie, The Boogeyman, that one where I told you that was a Disney. That crap scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie. It scared me after that. I know that was a Halloween movie, but that crap scared the hell out of me. I need to. Disney had some creepy ass shit on it back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. Some of this creepy ass crap that scared the hell out of me. Chucky's a scary ass movie. I hate, don't like that. Still don't like it to this day. The movie Chucky, that shit is terrifying. I don't understand why they're trying to make yeah, I did say it was originally a Japanese movie and then they made an American version. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I don't do see. I'm just gonna tell you, if I'm watching a scary movie and you pop behind me, if I punch you, it ain't my fault because you shouldn't be coming behind me if I'm you shouldn't come behind me right when she's watching something. I swear. Luckily, that's never happened because let's be honest, people are not stupid to do that. I wonder if it's ever happened. I kind of love to laugh because if that happened to someone, that's kind of own dumb fault because they know. I've seen it. There was this idiot thing on I am never ever watch. I'm never watching The Exorcism because that is real. That happens. I'm not watching that ever. Not ever am I watching that because people actually do have exorcisms. That's a thing. I'm not playing with that. Yeah, I'm not playing. I don't play with certain things. And that's one thing I'm not playing with. Shoot. What's that? There was this one movie I saw. I don't remember what it's called. It was based on those, those porcelain dolls with those creepy. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry for anyone who. I'm sorry to the person who made it. Those things with those, the creepy eyes. The eyes, I think it was called Dolls. It was. I think it was called a movie called Dolls. From watching The Exorcist. What? Why didn't you listen to your mom? Your mom knows what she's talking about. You should tell nah, screw that. I've never been tempted to watch never have I been tempted to watch a horror movie. Unless, actually, no, even no, I've never been tempted. Not when I was young. I never was tempted to watch a horror movie. Now, later on, as an adult, or maybe a teenager, I actually don't mind the movie Carrie because I now know that she was. Back when I first saw, I thought she was some evil thing, but she's not evil. She was being picked on. And I back before when I was a kid, I didn't realize what was happening because I didn't at that time I didn't really understand bullying, so I didn't. Let's be honest. As an adult now and a teenager, because I went through my own shit. Luckily, thank God it wasn't as bad as Carrie's. Honestly, I think I'm not gonna say. I know people are gonna be like, "What the fuck, Mariah? You're wrong." But I like Carrie 2 better only because the part. I don't think anyone. I don't know if anyone's seen this, the Carrie 2, but I've seen Carrie 2, and I think it's basically kind of a continuation off of Carrie, but it's not the original actress, which makes sense because she would have been way older. Um, what's her name? Dang, Sissy Spacek. That was the original Carrie, but it wasn't her in Carrie 2. I like the Carrie 2 because she has like a tattoo on her arm, and then like when she's about to do something, it like grow. It's weird. It kind of grows. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing, and I never seen nothing like that. And I kind of was happy when she started. I know I'm kind of biased because I had my own bullying experience. I kind of was kind of happy when she started killing all people. I know that sounds terrible, but they kind of deserve some of the stuff. I ain't trying to be mean. They were being evil. I honestly, they kind of just got back what they were doing. So I'm sorry, not really sorry. Not that I'd ever do that, but I'm just saying it's kind of their own fault that what happened to them happened to them. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, let me see if I can show you. When did Carrie 2 come out? I don't remember. Let's see. Carrie 2. Oh, it's 2000 and let's see. 2000. No, it's not 2000. Wrong one. My bad. Carrie. Wait. Carrie 2 came out in. Wait a second. Did it really come out in 2000? Oh, I was wrong. It came out in 99. 90. That's so weird. It came out in 99. It's a great. See, it's like wait, I don't know. That's not a good picture. Ew, that's not the picture I want. I want this picture. How do I get a picture? See, you see the tattoo on her face? That tattoo thing? That's what that is. She gets like in her little state. That's from Carrie too. I didn't realize. Oh my gosh, I was only 7 when that came out. When did the original Carrie come out? I probably was not even born yet. I probably feel like it was like the 70s or 80s. Let me see. Original Carrie. No way the original came out. That's wrong. Like, the original Carrie did not come out in 2002. I know that for a fact because Sissy Spacek was not. No, that's not right. Let me see when Sissy Spacek played her. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was right. 76 is when 70. My goodness, that's 23 years in difference. I wonder why they didn't just make a second Carrie after the first. Maybe she didn't want to. Maybe she didn't want to do it. I'm thinking why 23 years later. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like I'm not gonna lie. I like the remake. It's kind of interesting because I don't always like remakes, but this one I like because it made it more kind of modern, even though it sounds stupid. But I feel like I liked it better a little bit more. I liked Carrie, the original one, but I feel like maybe because I wasn't born in the times when the first one came out. I wasn't even born yet. Like far from being born. But for me, I think I prefer the second one because I feel like I kind of get it more. If that makes any sense. It's more. I know it's more modern, but yeah. Um, I don't like. Let's be honest. I don't like most remakes. I didn't realize. Funny thing is, I didn't realize Parent Trap and Freaky Friday were remakes. I did not realize they were done before that. I didn't know because I didn't know because I just didn't know. But which means that I don't know what the originals. I saw the I think I saw the original of Steel Magnolia. I can't remember if I saw the one for. I don't think I've. I'm not sure if I've seen the originals for Parent. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the original for Parent Trap or Dang, what's the other one? Freaky Friday. I really wonder how. I'm curious to see how Freaky or Friday is gonna go. Like, I'm kind of happy they reprise I can't say the word reprise. I think is how you say that. Their roles, both Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. I just curious to see how that's gonna be. It's interesting. No, I haven't seen Pet Cemetery, and I do not want to see them. I've seen trailers of them, and that's why I don't want to see them. They look creepy, and I don't. Nah, there are certain lines I don't cross. This one I watched, I told my friend, my former coworker about it. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Photo, or is it called Blink? What the heck was it called? It was Blink twice. It was one of those two. It was like intense, very intense, thing, and I'm not. Yeah, let me see. Is it called Photo or Blink Twice? I can't. It was one of the It was a movie with a. Remember, I told you it was a movie with a. It was like a movie with a one of those cameras from like the olden days. What's it called? Oh, it's called Polaroid. That's what it's called. That thing is woo. That thing was. Oh my gosh! I was like, it was. Yeah. It almost made me not want to ever be around a Polaroid. I've seen Polaroids. I don't think I've ever used one. It was done in. Let me see. That thing was creepy as hell. That was a creep. It was done in 2019. It's called Polaroid. That shit was. Oh my gosh. I was like, hell no. Nah. See, and I was like, I can't be watching this in the dark, man, because that thing was, particularly at the end where the demon thing comes out the camera. Oh, hell no. Nah. I was like, what the. See, and that. Why don't the characters ever listen to me? I'm like, sometimes I want to go and reach my hand into the camera, into the darn thing, and into whatever I'm watching it on, and pull these idiots and say, Mariah told you to go the other way. Why aren't you listening to her? Because the dumb idiots in the movie never listen. They always go towards the dumb thing. Hello, dummies. Does that ever work in any movie you ever seen? You go towards it. That's when you get hurt, you dumb butts. See, that's why I can't be in no horror movies, because I'll be doing the complete opposite. Oh, you're going to go run for it? Okay, bye-bye. I'm leaving you. Polaroid cameras are good. Yes, I agree. Polaroid cameras are. I'm serious, Nick. If you saw this movie, you'd probably like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm serious. You'd be like, and the funny thing is, I swear, the funny thing is, after I watched this movie, one of my coworkers brought in a Polaroid to like take pictures, and I'm thinking, oh shit. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I just watched that movie. And I told, when I saw that, I said, I literally just watched this movie about a Polaroid camera, and when you take pictures, the person you take a picture of is going to die. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, literally, that's what happened. Every time the people that were capturing the photo, they were going to die. Something was going to happen to them, and they're going to end up dying. That's exactly why. I was like, what the oh hell! I was thinking, in no way in hell she getting a picture of me. That's what I was thinking after I watched it. I'm not. When you're taking a picture of me, that's exactly what I said. It was crazy. I forgot what I forgot. There was a reasoning why. I forgot. It was like I think the person who owned the camera ended up. I can't remember if the daughter ended up dying or if the father ended up killing the daughter, and they had captured the picture of the photograph, and he ended up turning into a monster. And I can't remember. It was a whole dang story after it, but it was interesting. But it was insane. It was intense, and then the people who tried to solve it, almost all of them died. It was very the like toast. Yeah, I felt bad because I think the girl liked, and she ended up taking a picture of him and ended up dying. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if she ever told him that she liked him. Yeah. I don't do, I'm not interested in UFOs or, you know what I'm saying. I don't really care for those things, just saying. Um, I'm thinking. Yeah, there's certain things I will not watch on purpose, like things about aliens. I don't want to watch it. There's one. I remember my dad used to watch this movie called I don't know if you've heard about it. I don't know if they have it over there or what. Oh, sorry, had ever released it over there. It's called Tremors. I think it's called Tremors. This is what this weird little things. I don't know how to explain it. Let me see if it's called Tremors. I think it's called Tremors. The one with the weird looking alien, some not alien. I don't know what the hell they. I literally don't know what those damn being thingies were. I think it's called Tremors. Yeah, it's this thing where they have like little. I don't know what the fuck they were, like some worm ass things under the damn ground trying to eat everybody up. It's called Tremors. It's called Tremors. It was back in the night. It was actually in '90 your year, and then my dad watched that shit was fucking terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Because they were trying to like outrun them, and they just kept coming up under the ground. Kevin Bacon's in there. I don't know who Fred Ward is. I know who Kevin Bacon is. Some person named Finn Carter, man, that shit was. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I don't even know what those things are. I'm not even sure. Let me see what they are. Are they worm-like things? Let me see. That's considered a monster horror. I didn't even know it was a thing. Let me see. It's a. What the hell is it? Hold on. Oh, it's some kind of unseen creature. I don't. That shit. I'm not watching. I can watch certain movies with my dad. Other movies like I'm not watching ever. Tremors and then Tremors 2 they have, and I don't know if they have any more. My gosh, I wasn't even born yet. Nick, you weren't even born yet. This was released 4 days before your birthday. Huh. I don't know what the second one was made. Oh, they have more than. Oh, they have more. Oh, they have a whole series. They even have a TV. That's weird. They even had a TV series for this. They had. They have a movie back up to 2020. I never heard this. They have one. They have a prequel. How the heck is That's weird. Tremors 2 before. Why is Tremors 2? That's so weird. Wait, prequel. No, Wait. Prequel is before. What? But it doesn't make sense. How is it a prequel, but it's done after? I don't know. My brain don't get it. They even have. Ew. They even have a Tremors blood. Ew. They have a Tremors bloodlines. That don't make me feel comfortable at all. Wait. Let me look it up. A Quiet Place. Are you talking about the one with the blue thing? If it is, oh please let me. Oh my gosh, what if it is? Maybe it's not. Maybe no. Hold on. Blue lady, blue lady. No, it's not the blue lady. I'm trying to figure out who that blue lady thing is. No, it's not that. I don't know if I know this. No, it's not the blue lady. Oh, Tremors. No, I don't know. I don't think I know that movie. I don't think I know this movie. I don't watch a lot of horror. I watch a lot of true crime and murder mystery. I love murder mystery. It's my favorite thing. I'm not sorry. Anyone that doesn't like me liking it, oh well, I don't care. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of if I could pick my favorite movie. I don't even know what it'd be because I. Oh yes, I know my favorite movie. It's ironic, but I don't like football at all. That's why it's ironic. It's called Remember the Titans. I don't like football at all. I don't because I don't understand it. That's why. Yeah, I literally don't understand it at all. And yeah, that's probably why I don't. Which is why I don't think about that. That's why I don't think people probably when I say that, they're probably like, why you like this movie? It's because it's more than football. If it was about just football, I probably wouldn't have watched it. It's about race and stuff. Dang, the thing makes me cry though. Every time I watch a particular part on the movie, I cry. It's the part where Julius and what's his name, Gary or something? What is it, Jerry? It's based on a true story. The movie's based on a true story. It makes me sad because the character actually does the real person does die. I think he dies in I can't remember if it was a drunk driving accident. Someone hit him. A drunk driver hit his car. I can't remember, or if it was as the I can't remember if he died from an injury, as in like because he was disabled because of the car accident, or if it actually was that he was killed on impact when he was hit by a drunk driver in his car. I think it was. I'm pretty certain it was the second one, but I can't remember. I can look it up though. It's a good movie, but sad. It's really, really, it's very deep. Um, it's actually honestly every time I would see it come on, I would literally watch it every time. That tells me if I like something or not. I wonder if Mildred went. I don't know. Um, but you said that I watch a lot of true crime movies. I'm sorry, true story movies. I definitely need to stop watching. I can't help it. I know I need to stop watching so much true crime, but I can't help it. I literally like when I've tried not doing it. I can't. I literally can't. I can't do it. Okay. It's probably because it's one of my special interests, so I can't stop watching it. It's basically like telling if you told me Mariah you can't ever do art again, that would kill me. I would just be like, okay, I'm done being here. I'm not even kidding. Because I'd be like, that's you're basically telling me not to move around no more. And that's not going to work out for you easily. You said yeah, that makes sense. Um, sometimes I mix up, sometimes I think some movies that I actually watch are actually true crime movies. Sorry, true story movies. Man, like this one the other day, that pissed me off. Yeah, I can't talk about it because it made me real mad. I think I forgot what the movie's name is. I can say the name if I let me see if I can find it. It was a movie from I like watching movies from the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, even early 2000s. The ones today are okay, I guess. Um, I watch them, but I don't because I don't have nothing else to watch. But I forgot what it's from the 90s. What's that movie called? It's actually upsetting. So just if you watch it, just be prepared. I already said it's based on true story, and it's gonna upset you. What's that movie called? Let me see if I can find it. It's in my history. I just gotta go find it. It's called. Dang it. That's not what I want to do. No, that's not it. Where the heck are you, baby? Where are you? Oh, here we go. Her desperate choice. Advise you if you have been a victim of child abuse, a child abuse survivor, I advise you not to watch this movie. I'm just gonna tell you right there, do not watch this movie because it might trigger some stuff. If you're a parent that has a child that has gone through that, do not watch this movie. Because it may trigger make you details about it, but not over. I advise you. It's called the desperate. It's called Her Desperate Choice. I really appreciate what the mom did. The mom is. I love her. Like I love that what the mom did. The mom is a true. She is her daughter's hero. Like literally. It just made me upset. I was like, get the darn dad. Like how I don't even get it. He didn't even get charged with nothing. I don't think the dad that pissed me off. The dad didn't get charged with nothing when he did that crap to his. I don't understand how you could do that to your child. I don't understand how you could do that to anybody, but I don't get how you could do that to your own dang child. And then the thing the part that pissed me off is she gets charged with kidnapping her own child when she didn't kidnap her child. They were trying to give her back. They were trying to give the child who was abused by the other parent, back to the parent that abused her. And the mom was like, "I'm not letting that happen. I'm not letting it happen. Take my child," which I have honestly, I would have done the same damn thing she did. I'm not sorry. I would have done exactly what the hell she did. I would have taken my child and we would be gone. That's exactly what she did. And she had done it for a good while, and then eventually the husband um, hired somebody to try to track her down to find her so he could find his daughter. And unfortunately, they did eventually find her, which made me upset. And she ended up getting charged with at the time she had gotten arrested, she didn't get charges eventually, thank God. At the end of the movie you find out she didn't get charged with anything for kidnapping and I forgot what else, kidnapping, invading justice, whatever, evading the law, whatever, because she had taken a child, disappeared. They were trying to track her down, the police and all this stuff. And like, in my opinion, what kind of damn court system is that here, man? What the is that? What the darn, you heard the child said, you could just tell, like, when there was like one moment in the movie that made me so upset because some people that were helping her, and this makes me upset because the child should never have to fear. So there was two parent, it was a parent two parent household. There was a man and a woman, and the little girl, there was two little girls in the bathtub. They were friends or whatever. They're taking a bath together, and the husband of the child or the father of the child who was helping them, like keeping them safe and stuff, because they would move from house to house to house, so they couldn't find them and whatever. So he came and said, "Are you ready?" He knocked on the door. He wasn't going to come in. He wasn't going to come in, but because the little girl heard a man's voice, she got terrified because she thought it was her. Unfortunately, I think she thought it was her dad because of the whole damn situation which is very sickening. So she started screaming, and she was screaming, "Mommy, mommy, mommy!" Like all this, and the mom came running. The mom knew. The mom told her, Sammy, that was her name. the little girl's name. He's not coming in. He's not coming in here, like because I think she must have flashed back in her mind probably with what her dad did her. That's the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. Like because of what one man did, it literally, even though it makes it almost seem like I feel bad because in her mind it probably makes her think that every man is gonna do this crap to me, like every time, like and I do hope that little girl who's now a grown woman. I hope that she got all the counseling. I hope her mom. I'm pretty sure her mom probably was behind her side during all that stuff because the mom. I don't care what nobody says. That mom was a darn hero in my eyes. I don't really care what the freaking law thinks. Because they didn't do shit to help her, so I don't give a fuck what they have to say. But back to us saying, so in my opinion, she should have been able to sue the darn law people to the law enforcement because they arrested her. Um, Actually, it was the FBI track. It was the FBI that tracked them down because it was a child kidnapping. Even though she didn't kidnap her child, I think the husband must have pressed charges, and so oh, I remember. That's how it was. It's because they had split custody, even though I don't know how the fuck he got to have such custody with her when his ass was his hurting his child over here. Um, because she didn't relinquish, like, give the child back to him. That I guess eventually the FBI got involved because he told them I haven't seen my child in this month time, whatever. And so they started pursuing her. They went to her house. She wasn't there, and then they started because she went over her state lines. You know how the federal, like the FBI had to get involved, and so I just think the whole thing is shit. By the way, he deserves. I don't remember if he ever got charged with any kind of crime, which is absolutely insane. She gets to be put in get arrested, and his ass just to get to just live his damn life like he didn't do nothing to his child. In my opinion, see, this is why I don't like. This is why I get so angry when it comes to that kind of situation. When it comes to people essaying other people, like it just that's why I want to do things to certain things to people like that. Because you literally screwed up your child's life. Who gives a crap about what sexual gratification you got from that shit, which is absolutely sickening in my damn mind. Um, why you fucked your child up? Like you don't realize that you effed them up like for the rest of their damn life. Even I hope that one thing I do hope for the girl, the lady who is now a grown adult. I hope that she is able to have like a loving and healthy relationship with whoever she picks as a partner. Like I hope she's able to have a healthy relationship with men, not realize not all men are like that piece of garbage her father was like. And I remember watching when she was finding out about when she had realized her mom wanted to date. She was kind of not trusting of him, which I felt bad because it wasn't really his fault. It was more because of her father, the effed up loser over here who should have been something done to him, whatever. And he's like over here doing all this crap and like I just don't get it. He just gets to get I just don't get the scot free thing. Like what the mm. He didn't deserve to have her as a child. He didn't deserve to have a kid. Honestly, I kind of wish she had another. I wish she had another parent. Like I'm not trying to read. She ended up having a stepfather. She ended up because the mom ended up marrying the guy that she ended up marrying someone else. But and I remember that I liked one thing I liked about the movie is that the stepfather, the eventual stepfather, because he wasn't the stepfather at first, when he was trying to date, when he was trying to date with the mom, he tried to make sure, um, that the daughter who was essayed over and over and over again by her biological father made sure she was okay with it before he like did anything, which is actually great because it tells me he takes into account the kid's thoughts, like the kid what's going on in the child because he realizes that it's a she's been traumatized. That's freaking ridiculous to me. Like what in the world? I just think it's I don't even know like I love watching movies from the 90s, but I don't like watching movies about that. But I had watched that movie before. I can't remember when, but I like movies back from my. I like that movie. That movie is back in the day. Like I like when movies had more substance to them. But to be honest, nowadays I feel like not much. There's not that much substance to some of the movies. Every now and again, maybe there's movies that have substance, but not as often. Like all of the Lifetime movies seem to start the same way. It's very annoying, by the way. Like Lifetime used to actually have some freaking variety to them. It's so annoying. Like literally, like most of the movies nowadays, you have like the female running at the beginning, then you go back in the backstory. Like, can we have some dang originality like you used to, Lifetime? Like I really used to watch all these different Lifetimes. I used to love that channel so much. That channel was one of my favorite channels when I used to watch it. I mean, I watched it every now and again, but no one close to as much as I did when I was teenager and growing up. I really loved that channel. It was so it was so different. It was very um there was a lot of variety on that channel, but nowadays it's not freaking variety at all. It's like you get the same bullshit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like everyone wants to watch that same crap over and over and over again. Like even when they remade actually I thought even though the movie that Shannon what's her name, Dorothy, I think that's her name, was in, no one could tell, even though it was a remake, because I saw the original. The original was whoa. The remake was actually not that bad either. But the original was made in the 90s, 96, which is crazy when I think about it because I'm only 4 years old. But I like that one. But I also like the one in 2018 they made. I like that one too because I feel like it still had the same substance in it. It was the same kind of substance. It may not have been the exact same because it's different with modern technology. Because back in the 90s, we didn't have like all the texting and all that other stuff, you know. But um, I think it literally still hit the same thing. Like even like in the 2018, I think it had a little bit more, a little tiny bit, particularly close to the end of the movie where they talk about. Actually, no, even both of them were about the same because in the original, what's her name? The lady from what's that movie? That show. She had her own TV show. Sorry, sick TV. She was a TV host. I think her name is Sally. Ralph something. I can't remember her last name. Is it Jensen? Jensen something. She was in there, and the judge who she played the judge in that movie at the end, and the other lady who played the judge in the remake, they did a pretty good. Both of them did a good job at the end, where they're talking about how the abusive stuff, where they're talking about how um about the victory, that just because the guy got into just because he got a sentence, this is not a victory because this crap is still happening. It's way more rampant than it should be, and to me, yeah, that is very true. More people are killed in domestic violence, and this is what the statistic was in the movie, and I actually probably more likely agree. More people are killed in domestic violence situations than in the war, which is actually really freaking sad because there should not be people should not be getting killed by their partners. It just shouldn't be a thing. Like that's not even shouldn't be a thing. Not that there should be people killed in war, but you more likely expect it because of there's weapons involved in that. But when you're killed by your partner just because you want to leave or whatever, why is that? One thing I never understood. Why is that a freaking? I honestly I agree when she said when him getting sentenced is no victory because someone's life is lost here. Like that is true. And you know I don't know if you guys know, but the movie No One Can Tell is based on the story of I forgot how's her name. Amy is her name. I think her last name might be Carnival. Based on her murder. She was in a relationship with someone. She thinks she was 14. I think she was 14 and he was 16. She was killed at 14 and he was 16, and her partner was abusive like that. And they said the story is based on that. And her story, it's actually really sad, which is it's crazy. She was killed before I was even born yet. That's sad. That's just really sad. I hope to God and never. I don't know. I hope. I wish that would stop. Wish there was no more DV victims. I just really wish that was a thing. And I know, of course, not only women are victims, but males can be victims. And of course, I saw one, but man, I saw a case of a male victim. I was so pissed. I was so pissed, just like when I am when I watch when I watched things about Felix, and that shit pissed me off real bad. The guy, the way, oh my gosh, like he looked like somebody. I don't even explain it. I don't even know how to explain it to you. I forgot his name. I think his name was like Alex or something. He was from the UK. I don't know why the hell he put up with that shit. It was making me mad. And I know he probably thought he could fix her, but the thing is, he left her and then went back. Why did he do that? Is what I never understood. He almost died too. His story, I think it ended up being on a news show or whatever, one of the shows. I'm not sure if it was Good Morning Britain or somewhere else or whatever. And it's interesting. I think he had a twin. He has a twin. I wonder how the twin felt when that was happening because that's his twin brother. Like how they say twins feel everything the other twin feels. I hope he didn't feel any of that pain that twin was going through because that must have been deeply hard to go through. Especially being your twin. I've seen things with twins, and they say I don't know if it's true because I'm not a twin, but they say that you feel and experience similar feelings to your twin. Because I've watched this show. It was called, it was on ID, and it's not a really good show. It's about, like, it's called Evil Twins, and I remember this one case where I watched, and one of the twins died, and the other one survived, and they said once she died, it was like the other one could live. It was the weirdest hell. I'd never in my life. I've never heard that statement in my life. Like I've heard like one. And also, I've heard one twin is normally superior to the other. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't say I'm not twin. I'm not trying to act like I know what the heck that's like because I don't know any of that. You said I don't know. Honestly, I wish there was something you could do to break the cycle. I can't physically. I can't do anything. I mean, one thing I said, one thing I've ever asked, like, well, I've asked. I know my parents, and if I was ever in a situation like that, and I was like not living here, they'd let me come back. I know for a fact, that I know when something like that was happening with my cousin, I was really pissed. Um, and I'm trying really hard not to get angry because that shit pissed me off. I remember I was in college and my cousin called me and she was like, I'm in the hospital. I'm thinking, what the f-? Like, I didn't laugh, but I'm just thinking now because I'm trying really hard not to get angry. I'm thinking, God help me, Jesus, because I was so pissed. I was like, she called me and she was like, she's in the hospital. Um, Her boyfriend at the time, whatever, like her, and I was thinking, God, help. I was thinking if I could get to this dang phone, that thing person would have been hurt as what would have happened, and it wouldn't have been my fault. I don't know, honestly. I literally don't. I don't know. Honestly, life in prison, does not enter rent because basically it just if they kill them anyways, so technically life in prison, what is that going to even do? Even threatening it, and that's worse probably if you threaten that because they're going to think I don't have nothing to lose. I could just end it for them. So then I don't because I already have the threat of it. So it's just basically saying I can do it and I'll get sentenced. So yeah, I don't think that would hurt. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not going to talk about that situation with having my cousin having to go through. I don't even want to talk about that because that's her personal business. But I remember I was pissed when it happened, and I remember me and some of my other relatives were trying to tell her like don't go back to this bastard, like lock the doors and like change the locks and all that stuff. She didn't listen, but luckily she's not. I'm glad she's not. Like I'm glad she's still alive. Like that shit pissed me off so bad. I remember when she was like telling me like, "Mariah, you should talk to him." Fuck that shit. I said if I see his ass, if I see him, he's gonna get hurt. Is what I said, and that's the same way I still think right now. I don't care if it's been. I don't care that it's been what 11. Wait, let's 11. Hold on. See, I was a junior, so I'm so sorry you hear that because it's so loud. Hold on. Yeah, it's been about Yeah, been about 11 years, I guess. 11, 12, 11, 12, whatever. Point I'm making it, that shit pissed me off. Um, it just made me want to, I just wanted to hurt that guy. I was telling my aunt, I said, I said to her, if he wants to be doing that mess, you can just you can just get your cousin, my cousins, your nephews to get him, and he won't do that shit again. He won't do that shit again if he gets his ass beat. Like he won't do it again. Actually, honestly, if that happened to me, I would literally call my cousins and get them to beat the person's ass, so they wouldn't do it again. I mean, beat them to the point where they feel like they're like gonna piss themselves. That's what I mean. And I don't feel bad for saying that shit. Maybe you should be scared an inch. That's the reason why I think some people need to be scared within an inch of their damn life to get their ass to stop. And I know I don't care if that's evil or a demon. I'm a demon. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. That's literally how pissed I was when I was so pissed. I said I wish that they would. I wish they would go over there and beat his ass to the point where he would piss himself. That's how I felt when my cousin said it. But but I think my aunt said if he ever does it again, that's exactly what I'll do. And I really didn't feel bad when she said it. That is her daughter. I just wish I wish they would. The thing I wish they wouldn't do, the DV victims, not that it's their fault that they're in that situation, because sometimes they don't know they're entering in a situation like that. I just wish that they felt like they had a safe space to go when it gets bad, that the person doesn't know about. Like, for example, if you have like some secret friend, I'm not saying that you should do, I'm just not saying you should not be in this area where you're unsafe. It's just, that's what you shouldn't do. Um, you should definitely be somewhere you're safe. And also, I think that it's not. Of course, I know it's not their fault. The DV victims is not ever their fault. It's more as if it makes the thing is isolating is dangerous when that situation. Also, that thing you should never do is tell them you're leaving. That is one thing you don't do. Because I've seen enough true crime cases. They tell them they're leaving, and that's when they end up getting killed. Like I've seen a lot of them. It's actually very upsetting. I've seen a lot of cases like that. A lot there's UK cases in America and the US, like all over the darn world. Cases where they say I'm leaving my abusive partner, and then they literally tell them they're leaving, and then they end. You even seen it on movies where they tell them they're leaving, and they end up getting hurt or killed. Like I think that's what happened in this one movie I watched. It's called I can't remember what year it was done. It was sometime in the 2000s, not early 2000s. It was called Secrets in Eden. She had told her husband she's leaving him because he kept abusing her. Like he would be all nice, and then all of a sudden he said I'm gonna change, and be all nice, and then beat her ass. Like hell nah, man. And the thing is, I don't really know how do you. I've never been. Luckily, I've never been in those. I've never been in a DV relationship. I've never been in one. Oh, oh, bye. Have a nice day. I couldn't think what I was gonna say. Um, yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. That must be like, it must be frightening for being in one of those situations. But the thing, I think most people, well, most of my family knows about me. I don't do well with threats. I don't do well with finding. If I find Steve, if I find out someone does that to my siblings, I would be as bad as what you heard me say about what I said about my cousin's ex boyfriend. I would be 10,000 times probably worse when it comes to my sisters, because I don't deal well with that shit. I remember how I was just when someone said something like a threat towards my sister. That I remember how I was for that particular situation, and that wasn't even any kind of like domestic violence kind of thing. Like I wasn't even part of that. Like, but imagine, I can't even imagine, because I probably hopefully I wouldn't black out, because I have a feeling I probably would black out, and I would do things that I'm not supposed to be doing. And it wouldn't be my fault because to me, you threatened her, then all bets are off. I can do what I need to do to get her out of the situation. If that means you have to be knocked out to get her out, that's all I'll do. Because that exactly, I'll do what I need to do to protect my siblings, and that's it. I don't play games with. I don't play games when it comes to that. I just think it's yeah, it doesn't stop. Like I just think it's shitty that I do also think that people some reason I feel like some people I also think some people pick certain people okay, those piece of garbage people who are abusive are the ones that they pick that pick the partner based on some of their insecurities, and they know because of their insecurities they won't do certain things, which means basically they won't fight back, they won't do anything that will be against that partner, so then they're basically fucking stuck. And I would hope to God if I was ever in a situation like that, which I hope to God I never am. And I feel really terrible for anyone that's ever in one of those situations because I don't really know what to tell them besides just get out of it. But I don't want to say that, and then they try to get out, and then they say Mariah said to get out, and then they end up getting killed or something. I don't want that to happen. Of course, I want them to be safe, but I don't want them to get the consequences of leaving and then I don't even know. I don't know what to say about that. It's just like a lot. Do you have any questions, Nick? Anything? Because I know you're the only one in the chat now since Jim left. Yeah, honestly, you're right. No one size fits all approach. Yeah, there isn't. Like what works for one person may not work for another person. Also, maybe I think also maybe it's important. Like one thing I think also it's important that you have like your family knows what's going on. Maybe not around. Don't talk about it around the person so they're aware the family knows because sometimes in that regard that it might get worse. I think you should tell them just in case something you need like a space like and the reason I say don't want the person who's abusive know is because then they can know where you are gonna go if you like leave. Like that's the reason I say that. Just for the person's protection, not because of um. And I'm not an expert on this. That's just what I think. And my thoughts can be wrong, like always. But it's yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, I don't know. I'm just being myself. I really don't. Whoever's doing that is getting on my nerves. I keep seeing this flash in on and off. It's like getting on my nerves. I literally hate when people do that. It's annoying. But you know what I think is interesting? The Facebook group that I'm in right now, like one of the Facebook groups I'm in, it's annoying because it's like it's almost like it's like a porn like Facebook group, but it's not. It's not a porn Facebook group. It's a disability group, and so I've seen a lot of porn like stuff in there. It's so fucking disgusting. I feel disgusted by it. Like you and also have scammers in the group. I'm not a scammer, but there are some scammers in the group. People saying crap that is not true and they know it's not true, which is freaking annoying because like some people actually believe it and yeah. Um I don't even know. You said a lot of Discord channels are if you've been on or like the I honestly if this channel ever became like that, a lot people would be getting blocked. The people that are doing it would be getting blocked because I'm not. That's not on this happening on this damn channel. I don't. That's not happening on the channel. It's disgusting. I don't want that behavior on the channel. Because this channel is supposed to be a safe space for me, being a member of the disability community, having a safe space online, and other people that are in the disability community a safe space online. But also, this channel is inclusive too. For And also, one thing I think is interesting. I think people think that because one thing I do suspect some people think, not all, it's never all of anything. I think some people expect me to, because I'm female, I'm supposed to shut up and I'm supposed to be like docile and reserved and like take everything that comes at me, like the good and the bad. I take the bad up to a point. After a point, I'm like, okay, fuck that. I'm not going to take any more of this shit, and I'm start speaking up. Um, I also think female streamers or female content creators are more harshly um, perceived in a certain way. Like you're supposed to be like a sexual person. You're supposed to have charisma. You're supposed to be attractive. You're supposed to do all this stuff in order to get likes and stuff. I'm definitely not one of those things. I'm definitely not. I don't have to have charisma. I can just be Mariah. If you don't like it, that's their problem. I don't have to be anything more than what I am. I don't have to be like person that puts on sex appeal. Some people do that. That's their choice. I don't want to. I'm not going to be a person that is not true to myself. And if you want to be non-true to yourself, that's your choice. I'm not doing that. Because to me, at the end of the day, I have to look at myself in the mirror and see who I am and if I'm fake or not. Because typically, people that do all the stuff for attention typically don't like themselves. I don't know who made it like, and also people say I've seen some streamers pretend to like not be in a relationship just because it's appealing to other people who are like paying them that that it's appealing to not be in a relationship. Oh, I like one person I remember someone saying, actually, there's one couple. I think the wife wanted to say she was married, but the husband said don't say that because oh it's not the people are not going to pay you if they know you're in a relationship. Fuck that. If when I'm in a relationship ever again, I'm gonna say if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna like you hear me talk about my ex on here a lot. I'm not gonna ever not talk about what I want to talk about. Like if I'm in a relationship, I'll talk about it if I want to. No one tells me what I do and do not talk about. Um, People try to shut people up because they don't like what they're saying, and typically the reason they probably try to shut people up is because they know there's some truth behind what they're saying. Honestly, I suspect one day people will try to cancel me if I get too big on the channel. Which wouldn't shock me, honestly. I am just myself. Like people like fuck you, Mariah. Okay, fuck me then. Okay, we'll both be sad about that. That's not the worst thing I've ever been told. Like, been called worse than that. Racist things, sexist things. Like, okay. And the people that don't like me because I'm being honest and direct, that's not my problem. Because there's probably more people that like me for being direct and honest than people that don't like me because I'm direct and honest. Um, I tend to speak on that all the time because I think it's important. Some people maybe don't like that. That's not my problem. I've learned being in my 30s now that I'm going to be myself because of a long time. For most of my life, I was not myself. I was being someone else because I was like thinking myself wasn't acceptable. The hell with that shit. Like, I am acceptable. I have a right to be myself. The same way everyone else gets to be themselves, how regardless of how it looks, I get to be myself too. And if that sucks for some people, what am I supposed to do? I'm not coddling down or bowing down to anyone else because I'm being myself. Like I realized that I literally took me 24 years. So I figured out my 32 last year. Um, that I'm allowed to be Mariah. Like I'm allowed to. It took me that long. It shouldn't have taken me that long. Um, so yeah. I'm glad I'm glad you figured it out before I did, Nick. And if people don't like it, that's their problem. And being a female content creator or a streamer, I'm not going to bow down to anyone, and I'm going to do what's best for Mariah. I don't care if people don't like it. If they don't like it, they can just leave, like most people do. Um, some people come on here just to say some disrespectful crap, and then think they're gonna keep. That's funny. Then they're gonna keep doing it as if I can't see it, or if my mod can't see what you're saying. You think I'm just gonna let you come on here and bully or disrespect or harass anybody and be okay with it? That's not happening. Like, it's not happening. Like, I don't know who you think Mariah is. I don't know who you think I am, but that's not part of Mariah being Mariah. Like, you're all like, well, we should leave now, Mariah, because you're being a bitch right now. I bet some people are thinking that in the background. They're not saying it, but I know they're probably thinking it. And like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if I have anything. Today's stream was very different than I expected. I'll have to tell Mildred that my more new art's coming on Thursday because I don't see her in the stream. I normally tell her on, sometimes I tell her on here, sometimes I tell her on Twitter because she's the only one that buys my art. So I tell her when I make new ones because she gets all excited. That's why she was excited about today's art because she got to see it. That's true. There wasn't any trolls. That's a great point, Nick. That's because today's I don't think today's stream was trending, which is great because then I don't have to deal with trolls. Trolls trolls have been pissing me off lately. Like literally, this is the first time in the last 6 months I think that we haven't had trolls, which is actually insane to me. I never even thought the channel would ever get any trolls, but I was wrong. We got so many in the last 6 months. It's ridiculous. I wish that's the one thing I love about my celebratory streams because we put the because I put the subscriber only on because I put the subscriber only on I don't have trolls, like no trolls can like mess with me. And even when I put the subscriber only on, you have to be on there for 5 minutes to be able to talk anyways. um but and can't wait till my subscribe I can't wait to do whenever that happens. Maybe I'm assuming probably by the end of the year we'll get to 1600. I don't know because some reason I had thought we'd be at 1600 by the end of this month, but that's not the way that's happening. Because that's only in the end of the month is only in 7 days, so I likelihood of seeing it. Yeah, I know. I love that. I hate the freaking trolls, and also why should they be allowed in my celebratory streams after why should they be allowed in my celebratory streams when they're the ones that are hateful? I don't want no hateful people in my celebratory streams. Also, the reason I did that is because when I started seeing trolls in our celebratory streams and before, so I was like, nah, I'm not doing that anymore. The people that actually like the channel and actually are supportive and not rude as crap, they deserve to be in the celebratory stream. No one else does. I think I'm done for today, Nick. Unless you have any questions you had for me. You have one more question? My head still hurts. Hopefully, I'm not getting sick because I get headaches when I get headaches I get really bad headaches when I'm sick. I already get headaches in general, but I get my headaches more. Um, Maybe it's because it could be because of the heat why I have a headache because it is like what they say it was. Let me see. It says it's 96 right. Well, about ew. What? Okay, it's 94 right now, but it feels like 108. God, Lord Jesus. Oh, that's not fun. I do not appreciate that. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully you have a good week. And see those who come to my Saturday streams on Saturday at noon. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate you, and thanks for being an awesome mod as always. See, I love you are just awesome. I really think you'd be a really good friend if I knew you in real life. I really think you. I think you because you remind me so much of my ex. It's not. I promise it's not a bad trait. It's not a bad trait. You both are very sweet. So I feel like you're like one of those sweet surprises. I know this is weird. I feel like he's like that too. It's probably why I think you'd get along. But sometimes people that have similar personalities don't get along very well. I've seen it. But thanks for watching, everyone. Like I said, for those who come on my Saturday streams, this week's topic is going to be on Andrea Burrell, and that will be on Saturday at noon Eastern. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.